Dear listeners of Can't Get Right, you know you can find the latest 15 episodes of this podcast on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, or anywhere else that you find podcasts. But did you know that you can find the entire archive of episodes on demand only at gasdigitalnetwork.com? That's right, over 400 hours of Can't Get Right, plus access to all the other podcasts available at Gas Digital. Some of them much better podcasts. Just pause this podcast right now and go to subscribe at gasdigitalnetwork.com and use promo code Kurt, K-U-R-T, and get a $150 off membership plus a 14-day trial. Plus, as a member, you get access to the episodes a few days before they go out on iTunes. So don't miss out on this great offer. Go to gasdigitalnetwork.com and use promo code Kurt and get the whole collection. Plus, you know, better shows than mine. I'll say it.
Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Yeah, I know. Because I can't get right. This is cutthroat. This burns as words pop from a snub nose. This Kurt Metzger and not give a fuck mode. Because I can't get right. Because I can't get right. Yeah, you're listening to Can't Get Right.
Hey, this is Can't Get Right with me, Kurt Metzger, and two very special, very precious guests. One, Shane Gillis.
Hey, how are you?
Okay. Sweet Chili McGilly, as we call him in the comedy industry. America's sweetheart. And my buddy Az from the UK, who has a channel I enjoy called HeelvsBabyface on YouTube. Check it out. Sometimes I do, tomorrow's what, Friday Night Tights?
Friday Night Tights, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I go on this Friday Night Tights live stream they do, which is a lot of fun. And the thing that's amazing is they make fun of all this, like, you know how everything sucks now, basically. That's the new policy of all entertainment. Am I wrong that, like, actual people that make shit are, like, mad at you guys? Like, they get, like, irritated and... You know what I mean? Last time I was on, they told me we were talking shit about Star Wars, and I believe Gary from Neurotic said, like, they follow this shit. They, like, watch this shit, and they get, like... Which blew my mind.
Mm. Yeah, there's we get feedback from people that say, you know, these shows that you take the piss out of, you do know that they're coming into the live streams and they're listening to what you guys are saying about stuff. And
yeah, well, they have to. I mean, you know, now it's such a fucking battlefield now to just make anything. Like, just to get the creative process of, like, you know, vetting everyone just associated with it to make sure they're going to be okay with every possible, like, Twitter complaint or whatever. There's that layer of it. And then there's the corporate kind of like being woke is kind of like, I think, a tax write-off for a lot of these shows in some way, because they're not popular. Like, they're not, like, good ratings. But
there's everything's kind of failing due to that.
Yeah, and then I just got the news. This is why I asked Az, because do you watch the Mandelabra on Disney Plus?
Yeah. I watched some of the first one. I didn't watch the new one.
Did you watch the one with where Luke Skywalker came back?
No.
Biggest moment of the whole series. Who's the guy that was crying about it, and then they made fun of him from
Star Wars Theory?
Oh yeah, this guy's Star Wars Theory was crying. Now I assumed he was crying because of the terrible CGI of Luke. I assumed he was disappointed.
Oh, they CGI'd Luke.
Yeah, I don't know. There must be a reason they didn't do it well, because you can do it a lot. I mean, you could go look up celebrity porn where they fucking deepfake the heads on it. Like, you can go look up AOC porn right now.
I was going to say, that was exactly what I thought of.
Yeah, maybe get those porno people to help you with the CGI. But it was the thought that counts. It was a nice thought. And
yeah,
they just fired, what's her name? Gina Carano, right?
Yeah.
Do you know about this, Shane?
I don't know who that is.
She is. She's an MMA. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's look at this clip of Luke CGI just to catch Shane up on how terrible. It was an awesome scene, except for when you see Luke, you're like, what? Did the whole budget go for the robot fight effects?
Well, I kind of defended it. I was like, it's fine. It's all right. It's fine. And then
I'm just shocked that it wasn't like.
Well, then I just recently watched back. I just watched something from the Marvel Universe. Can't remember which film it was, where they de-aged Michael Douglas.
Oh, I remember that.
And it was like 10 times better than that. It's like,
what do you think's the best de-aging that you've ever seen in a movie?
The Irishman.
Oh, that other Marvel movie, Irishman. Yeah. Do you know? Are you familiar with that movie? Martin Scorsese's Irishman. They de-aged Robert Downey Jr. But I've seen tremendous. You know, the guys from South Park have a thing called Sassy Justice on YouTube, where they got some guy. I don't know who the actor is, but they put like Trump's face on him. But it's not supposed to be Trump. It's supposed to be a local reporter who does like shame on you reports. And he has like a white wig, but the face of Trump. And it looks dead on. And then in the middle, there's commercials with Mark Zuckerberg selling, he's called the dialysis king of Colorado. And he's selling discount dialysis. And it's not actual Mark Zuckerberg. It's just they put the face on. He goes, hey, I'm the king of dialysis. And it looks dead on. I mean, he already looked like CGI kind of, but.
Yeah.
That's not a dumb YouTube video. This is like $1 jillion.
I'm glad you qualified that it wasn't actually Mark Zuckerberg, though.
Yeah, I want to be clear.
Otherwise, I probably would have thought, he's
that's misinformation. As
well, he's out there. He's selling some dialysis in his spare time.
I want to call you Arizona so bad because it says AZ. I mean, this is Shane in Arizona from Hill.
Just do it. Just do it. Let it happen.
Yeah,
don't hold back.
So do you know who she is, dude? She's a MMA fighter. She's the one that was in trouble for not putting her pronouns in her fucking Twitter.
What's her name?
Gina Carano. Kind of like pretty, kind of beefy broad from MMA.
Oh, I've seen her around. She is hot. Yeah,
you've seen her.
Yeah,
right. I think she's probably the hottest. Well, who's the other one that's like pretty attractive? The blonde one. You know, like, oh, you get punched in the face a lot. You're hot for a girl.
Oh, there's a real hot one. I forget her fucking name. Damn, she always loses.
Anyway,
my friends always bet on her because she's hot, and then she just loses.
You're thinking of Foxy Boxing again.
Is she still hot?
I don't know.
Are you talking about Ronda Rousey?
No, not Ronda Rousey.
No, it's another person.
There's one that's hot, and her Instagram's hot. It's her and her boyfriend fucking dancing all the time. It's great.
Oh, damn.
She's a fighter?
Anyway. Dude, listen, I don't mean to derail this.
No, please.
But I found the hottest Instagram possible.
Okay.
And it's women of college sports.
Okay. Irish. I don't want to derail this. I want to let Shane steer us to this. Now, explain this to me, Shane. What is this? Just like a lab?
Well, type? I was worried about it because the first image looked like an absolute 14-year-old, which, that's not for me. That type of stuff's crap. But
that's big of you. That's decent of you to say that.
I want you guys to know that I don't like stuff like that.
You're not one of these mignons people from Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just dude. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful athletic college girls having fun, and I'm having fun with them. Me and them.
So women of college sports. I'm sorry. Where are the women with penises? That's my question. First off the bat.
Well, we just got a bunch of crackers to start with, so this is not.
So you like a athletic college sports type of a gal? You really do have assistant football coach face. Pretty hardcore.
Yeah, all of these girls are perfect, and I care about all of them.
So,
anyway, I thought people would be excited about this.
No, well, why did they put this up? Is it like is this like a jack off thing, or is this like?
I think it's to celebrate women, but it's definitely just for me to jack off, right?
I'm just trying to work out what it's not celebrating women though, is it? Look, on the front row we've got somebody assuming the position.
Well, race. She's got to get aerodynamic. She has to race against somebody who is biologically a man in a minute, who's gonna just wreck her ass.
That's fine. That's fine.
I had Dan Soder on last week, and Shane, that comedian Joe DeRosa is like embarking on a sandwich.
Yeah, he's selling sandwiches.
Joey Rose's sandwiches. And so we came up with Dan Soder for Soder to be Donald Soups, and he's like the bad boy of soup. And we were coming up with an ad, and we had there's that outstanding trans athlete of the year. This video's hilarious. It's CC something is the runner. And it's a voiceover like, yeah, I'm getting a lot of flack right now. And you just see a race of her destroying. I mean, it looks like in Captain America when he's lapping The other guy, you know, because he's a super soldier. It's like a super soldier versus.
Yeah.
She runs past them and goes on your left.
I mean, and there. See, my question is, how good when Cece was Cecil or whatever? How good of a racer, you know, without dead naming Cece, how good of a racer was the male version? And fine, that's what the friend said. Like, pretty decent, but became a champion after transitioned.
Yeah.
These poor girls. The one girl.
Yeah.
Now there's one girl in the picture.
How would I describe his racing? I don't know. Great for a woman.
Yeah, I don't. And by the way, I don't want to imply. I say he's not. I say he's better than women. I say better than a woman. Clearly, based on that track, you could tell. But anyway, that was going to be the spokesperson for Soder's soup line, Donald Soups. That was. Gonna
I like that
athlete. Yeah, and then the slogan was, "This ain't your mama's throwing soup," and we were going to have Cece just peg soup into the losing girl's face.
I just can't get that. I can't get that PE teacher out of my head from Scary Movie.
What was that? Yeah, well, wait. I vaguely remember that. Who was the PE teacher? Scary Movie.
Just had some balls hanging out their of their gym attire, and it was a mess, of course.
Well, I don't know if you know this, as in the world of comedy, it's very trans friendly and trans adjacent. Like I know just so many comics that like are either into it or like there was and I was in New York for like 20 years. So I say, hey, compete, women. You said you can do it, so do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of have a problem with just women's sports.
I mean,
who cares who won?
Anybody I showed to that was an athlete, like any female I showed to that was an athlete, they don't like it. They're like, come on. The people that set these rules are all nerds who don't play sports. So that's why Fallon Fox, they're like, I had a friend of mine say this to me with a straight face from, remember my old show Race Wars with Go To Gay Tommy, who's a good friend of mine. He said with a straight face, like, yeah, well, scientifically they said there's not. Really? You don't think the people that play the fucking sport and upload know better than some hipster fucking, Adam Ruins Everything? You don't think that's a possibility? Yeah. And it's just because they don't like sports, so they don't care if it, like, who's watching?
It's a coincidence that they're coming into the sport and smashing every record imaginable.
Would it be so bad for the WNBA to be interesting? Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
I wonder how many females are going to male. How are they doing in sport?
I'm just saying, get over it. Get over it, Shane. Okay. I know you're like,
not on my.
Oh no! Now all of our now all of our buildings are gonna be mostly bathrooms. To me,
that would work out for me.
Yeah. No. That's what the fear of trans is like just building codes of working out the bathroom. I swear to God, working out the bathroom sounds like I'm oversimplifying it, but that whole bathroom controversy of I don't think it's so much women are going to be attacked by a crazy man who's pretending to be trans, which is like, I guess the ultimate, what I think is women are just going to hold in their everything until they fucking explode. Because women won't like shit or piss, like, women in just a place where women are, they won't take a shit or piss. Like, you're just gonna see a lot more bladder infections of women, is my prediction.
So restaurants are just gonna stink of piss.
But if you go to like places like New York's got a bunch of places where it's all unisex. The reason you have split gender bathrooms in the city is so people aren't fucking in there, and so they're not doing coke in there. That's why there's a bathroom attendant, to make sure you're not doing coke or fucking in their bathroom.
Really?
Yeah,
is that what those guys are doing?
Yeah, they're like, they're not there to give you a lotion.
Jesus, I'm so dumb.
Yeah, that's why you got to tip them.
Never even considered it.
Well, I have. I have because I've been caught in those stalls.
Yeah. What does the guy just yell while he's sitting there? He's like, "Hey, what are you doing in there?"
Coke.
Was it coke or fucking in there? All of the above, and it was an off-duty cop, and I got in big trouble.
Really?
What if
the guy I was with was really mad? Like,
what if you're just masturbating in a stall?
You can do that. They're listening for like sniffs and like, New York, like there's all these off-duty cops that work at bouncers.
I thought no one cared.
No, they're in there specific. They don't care. Well, I don't know now how it is. This is like years ago. But New York's like you ever been you go to the States ever, as?
No, I don't want to get shot in the face.
Where are you in roughly?
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
Oh.
I can tell by his accent. Yorkshire.
You really can tell that?
Yeah.
Wow. See, you having a settler pilgrim face has advantages. Because, dude, I did a comedy tour in UK one time. It was called the Real Deal Comedy Jam. It was like I guess it was like mostly like Jamaican and like Nigerian crowds.
You look like you fit straight in.
No, it was hilarious. I did. It took me like a week to be able to do okay, because it wasn't like black rooms in America are different. Like it's still American. When I went to UK, it was very like, it was weird. I would bomb but then girls would want to fuck after it was like opposite land. You know, you like you like do well and you think you're gonna hook up. Like I would suck at it, and then unbelievable, like awesome thing about the UK, interracial shit, they're like really cool about. Like it's not like any, you know, it's a very like metropolitan city like environment. Yeah.
Yeah, no one's got.
That's why I'm surprised England gets any kind of like, you know, I became aware of you watching the Doctor Who, you smashing Doctor Who, and when
show.
On that series they were putting all like this like woke racial thing. I'm like, is the UK have like the racism I saw was Jamaicans being mean to Somalis. That was the racism I saw while I was there.
That's fun.
We're just not right in the UK. Like it's one of the most tolerant places because
it's people mixed there, and I did get a very impression that people were all British. Like there wasn't in America. There's more of a separation before you get to American than there is in the UK. It just seemed like to me. And you know why? I'll bet you because they have fucking healthcare. I'll bet you that's a big fucking part. Because they don't have like the Hunger Games that we have here.
it's the
we have our healthcare decided by like a Hunger Games.
Yeah.
And that's why people are so desperate to fucking, you know, ruin Shane Gillis, for example.
They made sure I didn't get healthcare. They did good.
No, people want to ruin they want to take away like.
Yeah, you break your foot in America though. You got a hospital.
Now you just got to hold it in. You got to walk it off. That's why it's tough.
Well, if you want to have you want to have it fixed, then like it's 10 grand, and then you got your write off. You know. So you got insurance, so that pays for some of it.
If you got insurance, right? If you have good insurance, like
$500 to $1,000 or something. In the UK, you know, you break it, you go in a hospital. I got broke my leg. They go, all right, we're gonna stick a cast on it. Here's some pills, £12, please.
Well, I don't know if you know. For some reason, that's impossible to do here. I don't know why. Okay, we've got a little bit better things to do here, like, you know, more realistic goals as things like I don't know. Building a stable democracy in Afghanistan, you know?
Yeah.
Things that are
while you guys sit back on the fucking sideline, we're out there
on the sidelines with your goddamn.
I understand
your healthcare.
We are so far behind America with endorsing Pakistani gender studies right now. And
are you really?
I'm pretty embarrassed by it. Yeah.
I would think you would be ahead in that particular area because
anyone that wants to make a living from Pakistan's in the UK. So, you know, the people who are working are already there.
It's kind of India's like that in the States, but I think UK is more Pakistani than you get Indians.
We got a big Pakistani Indian mix.
Yeah, big mix, but here, like,
separated them in the first place.
We all live together.
The fucking Brits.
Oh,
didn't it?
Wait, Pakistan and India, you mean the countries, how they separate? I thought Gandhi did that. Am I wrong?
No, I think the British had something to do with that one.
Well, I'm
just trying to be mean. I don't know what else to do. The British, I don't like hearing that you guys are very tolerant when you guys have destroyed the entire planet, actually.
Wow, Shane Gillis.
I like to think we progressed the planet.
That's white supremacists.
Yeah. A little thing called hot air ballooning, I assume, came from there. Yeah, no, it does advance the planet.
We went to new countries. We brought technology with us. We took all the wealth, left, and then said, "Sort your shit out." You know, we're sick and tired of you coming to us with your fucking hand open. We've done our bit.
That's what I want America to do is get to the British level of, hey, you guys sort your shit out. Like, maybe democracy is not a thing that was, you know,
we've stopped colonizing. Okay, so stop fucking complaining.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, why do you guys think you stopped? That's what I thought, dude.
because the
we
BBC
couldn't hassle all the complaints. You know?
A lot of complaints.
we just come over there, we're doing our stuff, and everyone's fucking having a whinge and a moan. It's just like, God's sake.
Yeah.
And it's not like America. We didn't have like the Dutch or the French to go, look, you fucking have a go. You know, we're fucking had enough of this shit. We're our own.
Yeah, it's great. And here's another thing I admire about the UK is the parliament where they like have to have a roast during their. We don't have enough roasts in our government.
Every day. That's everyday parliament.
Yeah, you guys roast. Our guys, we have people. We had like a cry session the other day.
Yeah,
where we had ladies, we had women come up and cry for a while.
Like I would so much rather watch guys in wigs roasting each other.
Yeah.
With like
there's a certain etiquette to it though. You got to wait for somebody to say something really fucking dumb, which in the UK Parliament is pretty much every sentence. And then you don't just shout. You actually have to make a very specific noise, which is.
Wait, so that's not like that's the actual thing after they go. They have to make that noise.
It's almost a harumph. And you got to make it as loud as possible.
No, I swear to God, because I heard the noise.
You have to hold the paper. Do you have to be like, right? Don't they have paper?
We got to do it in the. Yeah, you can wave your paper if you want to be obnoxious. they're just attention seekers though, because everything that goes on in Parliament, in the Commons, that's the noisy stuff. Because when it goes over to the Lords, these people are 3 seconds away from dying, right? And they've.
So wait, who are the Lords? I don't know I don't like.
You guys have Lords?
The Commons. The Commons is where you discuss. Is where you discuss policy,
right? And
try and pass policy. And then it goes to the House of Lords,
okay,
who look at the policies and go, "Shut the fuck up," and say no to everything,
right?
And then fall asleep in the stalls, nice and quiet,
right?
That's why they're all rowdy in the other room.
Trying to wake them up.
Yeah, they're rowdy because they're like, oh, I can't get shit done.
I'm trying to think what the equivalent here is to that. Like, I guess it's like Congress to Senate. Like Congress is the more low rent version of Senate. And we also then there's the judicial branch, the Disney Plus branch.
There's
Amazon. Who else? Who are the other branches of our government?
That's it. Amazon, Walmart.
Maybe this new Paramount streaming channel.
Paramount Streaming's they've got a seat now.
We'll have a series. Well, listen, I might just sound like a pothead, but I say this shit's all connected because all these shows that I watch Az complaining about, you can see it's like a microcosm of like actual political shit. But it's fucking amazing. And it all falls along the same line, which is these fucking monopolies own like all the IPs and shit, and it's very top down and very like marketing. Like, you love this. Like, they market shit to you. Like, here's an example that Az makes fun of, I think, hilariously on his channel. Have you seen the commercials for Batwoman, the new Batwoman on CW?
No, I haven't even heard of it.
Right.
They've got like a vignette. There's some vignette we can play.
Yeah. In fact, Joey, find like a little vignette to show Shane, because I really want to show you.
Do you want me to give you the tagline for the next series of The Flash?
Yeah, yes. What's the tagline for the next series of The Flash?
Love conquers darkness.
That sounds racist.
It does. I think that was the British Empire's motto for a while.
I was going to say, it kind of made me think about colonization. Brought back some good memories. That's what you want from your superhero, you know, running around in his red pants. You're just like, God, you know what I could really do? I could really do with love conquering all.
I thought that would be worse. Honestly, I thought it was going to be more like when this Irish, will you find like, okay, Batwoman season 2 trailer. So, okay, the first season, they had this chick, Ruby Rose, who is from John Wick. She's like one of the, you know, and she's like, and there was and so Batwoman is, I guess, supposed to be gay in the comics.
Super gay.
Yeah. And so Ruby Rose is only bisexual. So there was some initial controversy because this is.
Well, you know, all you need to know about season 1 is there was a cracker in the outfit and there isn't anymore.
Yeah. Do you understand, Shane?
I didn't even know there was a fucking season 1. I thought this was a joke.
It is.
They put out 20 episodes.
Yeah, I think they're only making this so that Az can make videos, or I think that's what the you know.
Well, this has got to be a tax write-off. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like tax write-off TV. All right.
Look at that crying.
It needs a Batwoman.
By the way, with 60% more crying.
Yeah.
Give me a chance.
Kate
No.
is Batwoman.
That's just from the men.
Time to be powerful.
Time to be powerful.
New girl. She's gonna be a handful.
Batwoman does not kill.
Boo. Alice is planning something big.
In the first episode, she literally punched a man's face off.
Yeah, it was pretty hot. I mean, she was pretty hot, but I mean that suit doesn't.
Batwoman.
That mask looks like.
One of my friends, Belle's Trick, said that she looks like a fat 8-year-old girl in a costume.
Yeah, well, I think that's the idea, right?
It'd be funny. It'd be funny if her like supervillain was just like an average strength weak man that just keeps beating her ass. She's like, I gotta take this guy. It's just a regular guy that's like, fucking lady keeps attacking me. She keeps breaking into my house.
Oh, that's such a good idea for a sketch, dude.
Yeah.
Like a highly trained female superhero just being beaten by a very average.
Just one guy's like, get the fuck off me.
Just one
Well,
slap.
what that Gina Carano was believable as a beat guys up chick.
Sure.
She looks like somebody that could fight.
But that girl's a model. That girl's gorgeous. And
a friend of mine is a comic at the store. Did you well, now it's Fifi Dosh, but do you remember Joe Dosh? Did you ever know Joe Dosh?
I did not.
Again, awesome, like good comic, and like, but transition is nothing like these fucking maniacs that are the extreme, or people that are just like there's something else wrong with them. It's not just dysmorphia. Like hearing that athlete talk, you can see someone taking full advantage, and it's with a weird like it's not most of the people that. I mean, especially in New York, like I know so many people. It's not how like
Yeah,
they
of
act.
course.
But same as like everybody who's a spokesman for like women, but 95% of all the women don't. Even in New York, how often do you hear like the worst of the woke like kind of journalism type of people? Your sex pest Seths, if you will.
Yes. Oh, you're trying to get there.
Oh yeah. Well, we may not have time for it. I don't
mind.
The recent smear. Are you familiar with Oh, okay. So, do you know the whole story of Shane at SNL as?
No.
He got fired from SNL. Well, do you want to tell her?
What do you guys call Chinese restaurants in England?
Chinese restaurants.
No, isn't there like a slang term for them, kind of?
Do you fancy a chinky?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Is that a thing they say?
Yeah, I said that in America and I lost
What were you
everything.
saying? Yeah. Do you fancy? It's either do you fancy a Chinese or do you fancy a chinky?
Wow, it's like a old.
It's just an old slang. It's not meant in a racial way. It's just a slang term.
Well, here's the thing, dude. If anywhere in the Western world, because I've been to China, like there's no, like. You know what they told me? I didn't have enough like race joke. Like I don't really have like race jokes in my act. Like I had like a lot of religious stuff, and they don't care about that in China. And I had like sex stuff, and they don't really talk about it. So what they like is like impression, like kind of like, and I mean like schlocky impressions. They want you to make fun of like someone's accent. They're so opposite. All the stuff you hear in America is they call ABCs, which is American born Chinese, that they look at like shut up. Mm-hmm. They consider you like weak ass Americans, and it's fucking fascinating. Like the switcheroo in terms of like their police that come to get you for saying the wrong thing are probably better than what we have here, which is freelance psychopaths who will fucking
They have guys that'll just put you in a van for saying the government's not great.
Oh yeah. And then, but the good thing is though, right? Because where have they taken
not to say that. You know,
True.
They
no. You want to say that though, because you say that they come in the van, they take you away for re-education, but when they open up the van, you get a great view of fucking Disney filming the next Star Wars movie.
Yeah, in fact, you might start like
it's just
background
like,
body.
It's the new Avengers movie.
You may be harvested for organs.
Yeah, it's gas time. Come on, can you give me 5 minutes? Come on, guys. We're trying to finish by 5 tonight.
Well, the whole point is they have
Captain America's coming out.
What did you say is coming out?
Captain America's coming. He's just about to film his scene.
Did Captain America? Quick question. Did that go over in the Chinese market? Captain America, is Captain America popular in other? Because I was just thinking about that, like just from some other country, and the superheroes called Captain America. That would seem bizarre.
I think the Avengers did well in China.
Avengers, but I mean Captain America himself. Is there a thing where they're like how well would Captain China do here if they released a Captain China? Is what I'm saying. Like, it seems like a strange.
I think you do very, very well in Portland.
I mean, honestly, I would watch it. If there's something called Captain China, I'm going to watch that. That sounds fucking amazing.
Just imagine there would just be some guy walking around America just saying horrible things to black people.
Wait, what'd you say?
That's what Captain China would be.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that. You know, there's like reports in San Francisco that hate crimes against Asian Americans are up in San Francisco. Now it's being reported.
And it's because of Trump's rhetoric.
Well, if you see the video, they're being attacked by.
I had a feeling they weren't exactly Trump supporters doing this.
No, and also my friend pointed this out, and she's right. It's such a failed state, San Francisco, that all the people are just getting attacked in general. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's like a poor people section of town attack that goes back as long as I can remember. I mean, you heard what Az called getting food. What do you think?
But in San Francisco, because Gary Nerdrotic, that's where he was from before he pulled out. Not in that way, but you could suck dick in San Francisco. You could walk the streets and do your business.
I mean, you could do
but you couldn't have your fucking hair cut.
You couldn't have your hair cut. Oh, we talking about it because his wife's salon was closed down. Yeah,
the salons were closed, but the sex workers were like, "Oh no, you're good." I'm sure you're not going to spread anything being a unlicensed street walker.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me that was legal? So San Francisco has legalized prostitution, or no?
They were allowing the street walkers to do their business, but they were not allowing hairdressers to open up salons. I think you call them.
I mean, if I could get my hair cut, maybe I wouldn't have to pay for it. Am I? How?
But why couldn't you? You could have combined the two.
Well, let me ask you this.
You could have, had your dick sucked while you having your hair cut.
Yeah, like a haircut with full release.
And it's a win-win because both people get to do their respective duties.
Well, that's two skills. You ever hear jack of all trades and master of none? I don't think you're going to get a great hand job or haircut going there.
Do you know any hairdressers? Aren't they all like kind of dumb whores?
Well, you know what? I have never ever been able to date a hairdresser because I don't have good hair.
I think hairdressers are wacky people that
I have dated
do drugs.
A lot. Listen,
they're disgusting sluts.
Jesus
wow.
Christ. Did you?
That just went there.
Okay, who hurt you? First of all,
yeah. Where did they touch you? And
oh my goodness! It sounds like the thing we were joking about. You've been there many times.
No, I'm just joshing around. I got
family. There was venom. There was the venom of a man who.
Did you say I got family?
I got family who are whores, hairdressers. I'm just telling you. You want a good hand job? A hairdresser is a good place to start.
I was so glad you didn't say family.
I don't. You know what? Hairdressers have never. I've dated strippers.
Hairdressers are bartenders. They're the same people.
I don't know how many bartenders. And also nurses.
That's the three.
People that are used to working with gross things. That's my demographic.
The three are when you're a dumb girl in high school. That's like their Votech. Bartender, hairdresser, nurse.
In terms of if you've got like really dumb tattoos at a young age, kind of jobs.
I haven't been to a hairdresser in 12 years.
Yeah, no, there's no hairdresser. See, if you live in New York long enough, you end up knowing a hairdresser, and then they just cut your hair, and you don't have to go to like a salon.
Yeah,
because it's very expensive there, and you get great Hollywood gossip. Here's a inside. Do you remember when what's his name, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, like the shape he got in for Wolverine, and I read interviews like I ate so much chicken. I apologize to all my vegan friends because I just eat so much chicken to put on and all that. There's this guy who's their trainer, and he works with anybody doing a movie like that. He's like a personal trainer. He shows up with a little case with a syringe, and shoots steroids in your ass.
Yeah,
and that's it. Yeah. He safely shoots up steroids up your ass, and then you fucking work out. Because why? It's not sports. Like, why the fuck wouldn't you use
Stallone still does it.
You're not gonna get tested. So that's what you do. You just have to do that.
Why not?
I like it.
Yeah.
I support it. I support steroids in sports as well.
Well, in sports, it's like not,
especially in fighting.
It's not fair. I mean, well, now
I would definitely endorse steroids if I came up against that monster in their first clip.
I think the girl racers should be allowed to use steroids to make up the difference.
That is a bit callous of me, and I take that back. I think the other women should get motorcycles.
Yeah, listen, it looked like a superhero. I was watching a superhero. That's what it looked like. It was
how was that not Batwoman? I mean, for real.
Shane, thank you. That's the first question when I look at the lovely Batwoman, who I don't really believe. She better eat some pussy. I don't believe she's really lesbian enough to play Batwoman.
I think Javicia Leslie identifies as bisexual as well, just like Ruby.
The Batwoman's
by the way,
Batwoman's
who
bisexual.
Announces,
a Batwoman
bisexual? Shut up.
Yeah,
bisexual in Hollywood means I need work.
Boy, talk about not getting the respect of gays or straights. Try being a bisexual.
Yeah, especially when guys do it, they're like, "Yeah, I think I'm bisexual." It's like, dude, you're gay.
Well, it's like, you know what?
No, you mean you're gay? You don't have to pretend to still like pussy for me, dude. Just do it.
Well, listen, I 100% believe that there's bisexuals because, you know,
I don't.
Wow, you take a really Philly hard stance. You are a Vatican I Catholic all the way through.
Oh, dude,
fine.
That's got some paintings of Jesus right behind me, all
is that
around.
What that is?
Yeah.
Oh,
people don't realize.
I'll come around for those later.
Jesus.
Deus Vult and all that sort of stuff.
I forgot what I was getting at.
People from Philly are homophobic, I think.
Oh no, there's bisexual. Believe me. No, there. I know there is. Okay.
I think there is too.
Because guess what? Way back when HIV came out, and people were blaming gays, it wasn't the gays. It was the bisexuals. The bisexuals were the ones spreading it to it wasn't really the gays. The gays took all the heat. They took all the heat.
It was the bisexuals by force. They didn't have an option. It was the fellas in the prisons.
Well, I'm sure that's part of it, but
when you're locked up for a DUI, you have no choice. You have to suck. Day one of the drunk
30
tank.
days, and you got no.
How long can you hold out before you have to?
3 days, dude.
Going back home.
Dude, honestly, and I'll tell you flat out, I can go 3 days tops before
if I get a parking ticket, I'm blowing somebody.
Human warmth next to my body.
I need it.
Yeah. No, you raise a fair point, Shane.
That's beautiful.
Not after 3 days in prison, I'm not phobic.
Yeah.
Get over it. I've got needs, Shane.
We all have needs. Okay. But yeah.
And we make do. We get by how we can. That's just the law of the prison.
Just imagine
getting by.
You succumbed, you think, Jesus Christ, it's been too long. I just got to take one here. I just got to suck it up. Just got to take one here. And the police officer comes in and goes, Jesus Christ, you've been in the fucking cell for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I like the.
I just taking you through to process.
I just got it. No, don't make me.
Yeah,
Please stop
you
it.
just got a cock in your hand and you're on your knees and you're just like,
All right. I don't know how this got so erotic so quickly, this podcast. But
Well, these are 3 beefcakes in one chat. Obviously, we're going to get erotic.
yeah, it really is.
The 3 most handsome men in comedy in one podcast.
Hey, welcome to 3 Handsome Guys podcast. Each one lovelier than the last.
3 men and no lady required.
Oh my God. Classic Shane. Almost no lips of a.
You get criticized by features? How dare you?
It's your, because here's the thing, dude. You are like, the way you joke around is hilarious. You look so much like out of a movie, The Bad Guy Racist.
I know.
And so like, it's really funny, dude. Your face is like fucks you over in a way of like things that are obviously absurd that you're saying. Well,
Yeah.
are like.
No, I get it.
You should get more work, honestly.
Actually,
it seems like they need you. Batwoman should be fighting you.
Just block her away with one eye.
Yeah, why don't you have work fighting Batwoman? Well, probably.
That was actually the sketch idea. I didn't even get to that. It's just a long, because I was watching there was a preview for the show The Equalizer. Have you seen that with Queen Latifah?
That's okay. So
Hold on,
that's
let me
why
say
I
this.
invited Az on.
And then it's just a long intro of be like, I'm the bitch you call when you can't call the cops, honey. And then her like doing cool shit. And then the episode is just her getting wailed on by a dude. And then it goes straight to credits. Like a real long intro of like her riding motorcycles and doing cool stuff. And then just 1 second of her just
there's a preview,
getting hockey punched in the stomach.
Irish. That's why I wanted to ask you to find this right. But don't play it yet. Here's why. I'll just, before I start laughing at this, because I couldn't believe. First of all, I already didn't believe Liam Neeson. Okay.
Yeah.
I already didn't. As Jim Norton said, with soy sauce in his hair, just died. 50-year-old man. Those skills degrade over time. So I don't believe as a man doing it. Like, I certainly don't believe. But if they said, okay, she's ex-CIA. I don't know if you know that the CIA is the world's foremost karate school also, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, you do realize that you also clean floors at the CIA, depending on what role
okay,
you're
wait. In all
So you're
seriousness.
saying she was a janitor?
Yeah, that is.
No,
really,
I'm trying to say that just because you're in the CIA doesn't make you a field operative that is skilled in everything.
No, I know. Look, that's what I'm getting at.
Thank you for
Okay,
correcting
look,
that.
Shane.
God,
I'm assuming that she was a janitor.
I want to make this.
What?
Queen
This is crazy.
Latifah. Okay, listen. That could be if it's like, oh, this is a 50-year-old woman. Okay, yeah, there's people in the CIA that aren't karate people. They're not all karate people. They have to do shit that's just like thinky stuff. And because the original TV series, I believe, was an old man. I don't remember him being a karate champ. Like, she's just really small. Like that could be the character. She uses her wits as an ex-spy, not to fight because she can't do that. She has to no, can't do that. That would be too interesting. This is going to be, have you seen this preview?
You're going to like it.
Okay. You have seen it.
I have. I brought it up just now.
Okay. I have not seen it yet. This is my first time.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Oh, God, this is like a treat.
Say hello.
Let go of me.
Rape time.
Who the hell are you?
Neighborhood watch.
Maybe you should mind your own business.
I've tried. But it turns out I'm really bad at it.
Again, that athlete I would
What's
buy.
up with you,
as
Mom? Out of nowhere, you quit your job last month and won't talk about it?
Queen
You
Latifah
love
is
traveling
like
all over the
6'5",
world, being
built
the
like a
big
fucking
shot of your
linebacker.
charity.
It's complicated.
She doesn't have the wind.
This new
I agree.
side gig of yours is raising questions.
The company must be pretty desperate if they sent your skinny ass up here.
Well, they figured you'd kill anybody else. They want you back, Robin. You're the best they
Oh,
have.
do you think it's like the movie? And her and him used to fuck?
She's
Like,
5'10".
Why do I
Really?
have
She's only
feelings it's
5'10"?
not a social call? I need your freaky ass superpowers.
1, 2, 3, hit it!
And built like a linebacker.
This world is just looking for a reason to put a young black girl on that side of the fence. Don't help them.
Super bad.
did you work for the CIA? Probably
When I
murdering.
can't sleep, it's not because all the
Brown
things I've
people
done.
around the world.
It's because of all the
Yeah.
people I couldn't save.
As a
Do
CIA.
you really think she could help? If anyone can,
I'm super bad.
it's McCall. How how many people are out there desperate with nowhere to turn.
They have some way to turn. To me.
She just gets shot. She gets shot.
I'm the one you call when you can't call 911.
I would call the Chinese first.
I didn't see enough the hand. I want to see the hand-to-hand combat. That's the thing that I was.
Wow.
She did beat up like 6 armed men in the first scene there.
Do you suffer from?
I wanted to see the real choreography. You know, let it breathe a little.
It'd be great to see how slow it was when they filmed it for real.
Do you remember Chuck Norris in Walker, Texas Ranger, and they would always slow motion his? It's like he would always kick ass, like, and then at a certain point I was like, I think this is actually how fast Chuck Norris moves. It's not. It's not being slowed down.
Yeah,
they literally did about 30 jump cuts for the fight scene.
Did you watch as the Bird of Prey movie where they had? I imagine a bunch of girls that it's like these model kind of girls beating up gangs of.
Yeah, I went to the on opening day. And the cinema was packed. There was 8 of us, and I felt a little bit out of place because there was 8 of us. There was 3 couples, and guy and girl, and then there was me and my mate. So we kind of looked like the token gay couple who had come to watch the women in the nice frilly outfits.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it was dog shit. It was really dog shit.
Yeah, well, most comic books are, right? Aren't they all
no,
bad?
Most are, but when the first one came out, which wasn't a good movie, Suicide Squad, she was good in that, in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
She was the more interesting thing. That was what I saw the consensus. She worked well off the other characters because she wasn't the main character. She was a secondary character, and that's what Harley Quinn is. Or if they acknowledge that she's well, I didn't want, like, I watched it, but what was clear from it is you're supposed to, like, this is a hero. The thing that's disturbing, you can say, hey, she's a fucking psychopath piece of shit, and that could be very interesting. You know, there's a movie called Ingrid Goes West.
But then her character would just be woman.
It just
woman on period.
No, just woman after 2 years of relationship. Oh shit, she's here. Fuck, get out of here, guys. How'd she find out about this? She's in. Party's over.
I lost my train of thought.
Completely. I don't like superhero shit.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so she was the more interesting.
Oh, sorry.
Part.
Never mind.
No, the thing is, they try to make these piece of shit people like they don't understand how you make characters interesting. You know, like years of like writing for stuff. What I would notice is like Ghostbusters, for example, the classic Ghostbusters. Mm-hmm. They're not like good guys. They're kind of pieces of shit and con men.
Mm-hmm.
You know? They're not good guys being held down by the patriarchy. They're like, so like a female Ghostbuster, dude. I'm telling you, I could have wrote that and made that funny. I know exactly how to make the characters. I have one woman who's like a phony spirit medium, fake like new agey person, like a con artist. You know, you like. But they can't do that. They got to have a thing where it's like you're good as you are born. There's nothing wrong with you. There's no journey. It's like the inverse of a hero's journey. Somebody says that, doesn't he? Like, doesn't Gary say something like that? Somebody says,
yeah. But it is though. You start off at the top and then you go nowhere.
And you just realize you're even better than you thought you were in the beginning. Yeah. That's how
you start off at the top and then everybody tells you how great you are,
but you don't believe it yourself. And then you're just
like, am I? Yeah, you are just like the best. That was essentially Star Trek Discovery.
I didn't watch. Were you ever a guy who watched Star Trek, Shane?
I wasn't. I liked Star Wars as a kid.
So you're more like the people who make the Star Trek now. They're like that. They're more Star Wars. They're more your Shane Gillis Star Wars guys. They probably shouldn't do Star Trek.
I like the Ewoks.
Well, yeah, I like them fine. I'm fine with Ewoks. I wasn't against them.
I was pro Ewok as a kid.
I'll come out and say, oh,
Return of the Jedi was my favorite movie as a young boy.
Am I wrong? As you're a nerd, okay? Last Jedi, the controversial scene. I wanted to bring this up before. You know the Mary Poppins thing that everybody says, like how could Leia do that?
Yeah.
Okay, in space where you weigh nothing, that'd be easier than getting a lightsaber to your hand. Like, that's probably where you can Mary Poppins as a Jedi, because you're just picking, you don't weigh shit in space, you know? So it's probably the easiest thing in the world for a Jedi to fly around in space. That's
but she was blown out of the ship and she was unconscious.
The power of love saved her.
Ah, shit.
It's called the Force.
It conquers darkness.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, they fucked those Star Wars up, dude. I was so excited for those. And then, you got to remember it is a kid's movie.
Yeah, but that's like the excuse to make garbage, is to go, yeah, you can give kids crap. Like, when I saw the original ones, it was a thing that your dad took you to.
Yeah.
Okay? My sister went to, but your dad takes you to it because he likes it too.
Yeah.
Because it's a thing that's like pretty good.
It's generational. It's meant to be
and it's a thing like, and so now they're like, that's directly, it's like the new Coke formula. And the thing is gross is like people get all political, but it's not even political. It's the most craven, like, trend chasing from, there's only one kind of person that gets to a certain level now in these companies that are all from the same, they all went to the same like colleges, and there's not, if you'll notice, it's a direct thing to keep like people from working their way in or up to something. That like, you'll notice like comics that like kind of, like comics I've known for years who are like fucking filthy and offensive comics who are now like, yeah, you guys got,
retweeting articles.
Made a good living. We should. This is why we'll get into set.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Fuck that shit.
Joey? Do you know the article that came out, which prominently features Louis J. Gomez, the proprietor of Gas Digital? Joey. Yeah, and I am upset because I am not in it this time. The last time he at least mentioned me as a bad.
Yeah.
And this, so you've seen this shit everywhere as like this kind of like weird hit piece, but this one guy has it in for comedy in particular.
Well, comedy is not funny. Comedy is a serious business.
Yeah, no, we need to fight against it. I'm telling you, I'm doing a special with Kyle. Stand up against comedy, and
I got my joke. I got my joke ready.
Those non-jokes.
Save it.
I want to say it.
Doing
now.
a funeral for the joke. No, save it. It's important.
All right.
Like a gun buyback program. You bring your bad jokes, and we will bury them. I also have the Instagram story of the tweet Gina sent out. Wait, what's the tweet? Gina Carano. That's right. Okay, do you want to see what Gina Carano got fired for first? But this tweet real quick, Shane.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Okay. Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. Sad emoticon. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? And that despicable message is why she was fired.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But I guess this is why we need to clean up the election process so we are not left feeling the way we do today. Put laws in place that protect us against voter fraud, flush out fake votes. Okay. So that's the fucking reason they wanted to get
it. Require ID. I don't like that.
Why you don't bring ID to vote?
People are going to be able to vote.
No, I just think it's hard for minorities to get IDs.
I don't understand why
they can't figure it out.
No, it's the $5 for people, but if you need it, the government should just give you one. Here's the easy fix, because some people have IDs. The state issues fucking IDs, and then but that's on purpose to keep people from voting. Okay, so let's look at this great article. Another one from Seth Simon, also known as Sex Pet. Now, why is, again, just to refresh everybody, why this dogged fucking industry gadfly, Seth Simons.
Can I just say that comedy club at the top?
Yes, let's look at the comedy that they're enjoying.
I would like to go.
So there is, I assume, a drawing of Gavin McGinnis, Shane.
Yeah,
because that's
Gavin,
and the Colonel Schultz hat, army hat. Okay, go down a little bit. Let's scroll down and see. Oh, look, that guy's crying, and he has a swastika, and that guy has a. So this is basically the Creek in the Cave.
SS tattoo, swastika tattoo.
An accurate depiction of the comedy. Can you imagine playing this gig? That would be the most terrifying gig. If you were to play where somebody has visible SS tattoos.
By the looks of what he's wearing, I think he's probably playing to his crowd.
Well, go. Let's look at what he's wearing.
You know, he's like, I'm a happy Hitler.
Yeah, he looks like a gay Hitler, and I bet you they don't care for that.
But he can't. No, he wouldn't be gay.
Okay, what do you think this article is about based on this illustration, or what do you think it is like?
That there's too many Nazis in comedy.
I think close. Yeah, close. Okay, go down a little bit. Let's look at the title. The comedy industry has a big alt-right problem. How safe spaces for transgressive humor, both online and in real life, helped breed a hateful ideology. Oh, dear God. I know, this is like, in the dark recesses of the internet lurks a man who goes by toxic cis white male fat. He makes his home,
internet, darling.
He makes his home on onaforums.net, a community named after the shock jock duo Opie and Anthony, a safe space to say what cannot be said offline. He's posted in threads like N-word hate thread number 1. Oh, these are threads he posted in. Well, did he post, hey, you guys are bad? Like the KK hate thread. Juno comes out as a tranny thread.
What if it's a thread saying
post,
that
and the number one sin, official post-election voter fraud. If you are not...
You got to leave that one out. You got to leave that one out.
That's the one where you got... So, okay, now you stepped in Seth Simons' turf, posted in that thread, pal. Toxic cis white male fat. Where he called Joe Biden a pedophile retard who's about to die in the Oval Office. Seth, thank you for bringing this to my attention. Thank you for somebody with the dumbest name in the world following them into the dumbest forums in the world.
Yeah.
To report that they said Joe Biden is a pedophile retard. Thank you. Thank you for your service. I hope you get the vaccine soon as a front line. Seth Simon, I know people attack you, but I want to say, just reading that line has enriched me. It's informed and enriched us all, and you're doing a good. Let's continue. Elsewhere, he's derided the COVID-19 He derided the COVID-19 vaccine. This toxic fucking male fat did that. Deriding. He gave it a good deriding. Oh my God. Will this list of crimes show any signs of abating, Shane? I don't think so. Okay, so what are called Biden pedophile retard, is about to die in the office, and he derided COVID-19 vaccine, which he calls gook juice and chinky juice. Now it sounds like Az. Az, is this you?
I'm so sorry.
Okay, last year he revealed his Twitter account.
This is why you got me on the show.
I'd like to report Seth Simon used these words that I would never say, and I'd like to report him. You're not supposed to even say them when you're reporting on other people saying them, Seth. I don't know if you keep up with...
Sure, he blocked out the N-word. He had no problem saying...
Yeah, it's odd that
Chinky.
Seth... Yeah, Seth, like...
Blocked
is that
out
the,
Kike, too.
Is it? Yeah. Is that the style book of TNR, Seth? Okay. Last year, he revealed his Twitter account at Ape Von Tarskin. The username matches a commenter on Thought Catalog. He cross-referenced the biggest who gives a shit.
Yeah.
Which... This is in the fucking New Republic. Okay. The user, so he tracked him. He tracked this guy. His username matches a commenter on Thought Catalog with which toxic cis white male fat has said he trolled after it retracted a transphobic essay by Proud Boys founder Gavin McGinnis. His contributions there were more of the same. Under a 2015 post titled "When You Love the Chase," he once commented, "There's not a more despicable human on this earth than a fat white N-word effer. Get an AIDS test, you have it." Well, I'm going to say toxic cis white male fat sounds like not cool at all, Seth.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a great guy.
It's weird. I thank you for getting to the bottom. I thought maybe toxic cis white male fat, we thought he might be like a good guy based on the name alone, but thanks to the investigative journalism, he turns out he's indeed toxic cis white male and fat.
I'm going to block him on Twitter.
I'm already blocked on this guy's Twitter. I've spent the last...
No, I mean toxic cis male, white man.
I mean, whoever's name that is, they do sound like an asshole, like to spell it that. Okay. I've spent the last 5 years, Seth has spent the last 5 years writing about the comedy industry. backstory on this writer. I wouldn't say he's a failed comic. He's like a never tried it, but knew he couldn't do it. And he's mad guy. Like this guy has it in for the comedy industry. Like he wants it to be like I guess he had to leave New York and move back to Idaho. Right. And this is where he writes his like,
I don't know, man. It's
every industry has one. Every industry has this fucking demented failure person who is like if I can't have her, no one will. And they want to cut like, this guy's got more rage in him than anyone I've ever met in the entertainment business. The guy that writes this, like he's like filled with this impotent Idaho rage.
So what type of joke would this guy like to hear?
Oh, he has. We'll play it for you with this article. He had a thing called spoken bird poetry, which was.
Okay.
He's just he likes the liberal scene. He's very political,
dude. It's not even liberal. Like I think improv comedy is probably too toxic masculine for him. That's what I imagine. The world of improv.
He likes like absurd.
Trump guy, he's a shit. He likes that sort of.
Truthfully, he likes some pretty good comedy. Like he likes like everybody the alt scene in New York likes.
Okay, let's just show you the guy who's rating this first as just to catch you up.
Okay.
Because I honestly I am slighted that he didn't include me in this fucking expose. Now I don't know. It's going to be 6 degrees of separation of like how somebody's connected to this fucking name that he's obsessed with on a fucking forum.
I would not call.
Are you playing it? Okay. 34 seconds with Seth Simons. Spoken bird poem.
Hello, I'm Seth Simons, director of the Excellana Project. This is a spoken bird poem. It's called Bird. Caw! 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 Coo! Coo! Eagle! 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 Thank you. That last one was a mockingbird imitating an eagle. God bless America.
Okay, so now you see where the guy's coming from. So
Yeah.
after that amazing thing that he did, he dedicated himself to policing better comedians. All right, so put the article back up because he spent the last 5 years, escape or double click, okay, writing about the comedy industry. The last 3 or so covering inequality and extremism within it.
Yeah. So the first 2 years, he was writing like he was trying his best to like actually write reviews. Like he would he interviewed Big J. He interviewed a bunch of our friends as a comedy journalist. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he even says it here. The last 3 years, he's switched over to inequality and extremism within stand-up comedy.
He became so he mixed his failure at this with becoming a clickbait.
He even failed at writing. He failed at trying to do comedy, and then he failed as a writer. So then he became a fucking clickbait. Like he's a communist now. He switched to being a communist 3 years. 3 years ago.
Yeah, but it's like that's ostensibly it's like he's a but it's not that he's a communist. It's that.
Yeah,
like
true.
It's not even about that. It's about his personal fucking. It's always the same with these dudes. And Jamie Kilstein, who had his period where he was this guy, and then before they ran him out, he said, "I wanted to harm comedy because I thought I didn't get what I should out of it." He told me what the motive was. That's this guy. So okay, so something broke his fucking spoken bird heart. Okay, so wait. This periodically brought me in contact with some of the leading lights in the scene's transgressive edge. Oh my goodness. Transgressive comedy, the worst kind. The place where popular mainstream comedy bleeds into the kind of right-wing politics that animated the Capitol riot last month.
Oh, wow.
We animated that?
Yes. Your right-wing politics animated that riot. It's a place hostile to prying eyes. Oh, why would it be when you are trying to pin the Capitol riot on... So,
I know, dude. This is my favorite part of the article where he's like, "I've been harassed."
Yeah,
and
the
trolled.
blowback can be the blowback to my harassment of people has been. I've been harassed,
exactly.
And trolled,
it's
harassed and trolled. I've been doxxed, as have members of my family.
Look, come on, he's had a tough one here.
Yeah, my niece got bullied in school because of this kid.
Okay, so this guy walked like Andy Dufresne from the Green Mile, walked through a mile of shit to bring us this story. And eventually, I found my way to a message board where toxic cis white male fat, who I have reason to believe, though I cannot definitely prove, is a person at the heart of the New York City club comedy scene. And others participated in the Gamergate style campaign that had been conducted against me. Hilarious.
Against me is what he says.
It's always about him, dude. It's okay.
Fucking unbelievable. I haven't really read this like that.
This online forum, just one node.
I did read this. This paragraph is fucking wild.
You're just
try to
one
read
node.
this.
Just one node in a constellation.
It's crazy to read
Similar
this.
forums, subreddits, and Discord groups is not some outlier in the industry. You mean comedians are being transgressive all over the comedy world?
God damn.
Before I take you down my particular rabbit hole, it's worth establishing the many ways in which the worlds of comedy and the racist right overlap and reinforce each other. The recent comedy boom is popularly understood as an era in which new forms of media like podcasts and streaming video created massive new audiences, blah, 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 which in turn created massive new revenue streams for comedians. And at the same time, the artificial intimacy of these platforms allowed fans to feel a level of connection with their favorite performers. Okay. That converge on cultish. Duh, okay, yes.
Comedians have fans, right?
This was
let's not read this whole fucking thing.
Wait.
Here.
I'm trying to get to the good part. Okay. So this was not simply an area of glorious bounty in which little-known comedians could land massive Netflix paydays or leapfrog from UCB comedy to college humor to lucrative sitcom writing gigs. That's what he never did. That's what he's mad about. It was also the era of walled-off subcultures like Onaforums, which could transform into real violent political factions, especially at a time when comedy was increasingly pitted against the forces of political correctness. He's saying that as that's bad to be. So let's see, the mob that descended on Washington, D.C. So somehow this is connected to comedy.
And somehow we're all connected.
Well, all these people in New York, if you're in New York for a long time, you know everybody. Gavin's the founder of Vice magazine, Gavin McGinnis, that he's bringing up to try to like connect the fucking dots. Like lots of us did Opie and Anthony, and we know Anthony Cumia.
Yeah.
And like, you know, Gavin, I always liked Gavin, but Gavin's like an asshole. I don't sign off on any of the things of, you know. In fact, I think he fucking had to give up on his dumb fucking.
Like, you know who else had a compound show? Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's like, what are we fucking doing here?
Cumia from Opie and Anthony, he had that. Like, okay, so go down a little bit. He's blathering. He's basically trying to do a 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Oh, here we go. Up. Okay. The Gavin McGinnis show. Oh, so this is how Gavin McGinnis used his platform on Compound Media to mingle with a revolving door of respected, even mainstream comics. People like Big J Okerson. I call him Big Alt-Right J.
Yeah.
Tim Dillon, Justy Dodge, Mike Lawrence. Is Justy Dodge that big a name that way? Larry the Cable Guy, Joe Matarese, Tom Shalhoub, Dave Hill, Alonzo Bodden, Luis Gomez, and Dave Smith. It sounds like SNL.
Yeah.
Dave Smith. None of whom were deterred by McGinnis' friendliness with white supremacists. So these people all talked to him at one time or another. Most of them probably haven't talked to Gavin in a long time, but they just did once. Okay. And then he's after Louis J. Gomez.
And it also really sucks for us that Louis is our spokesman.
Okay, wait. Yeah, no, yeah. How do you think we feel?
Yeah. You think we like when Louis says this?
Louis said, when you come to watch a Legion Skank show, you should be hearing racist, sexist, offensive shit. If you're upset about that, don't watch the show. I actually cannot stand that Louis says that shit. I can't stand it. But guess what? I'd rather have the crowds that come to those shows any fucking day of the week besides this fucking maniac. They're always good comedy crowds. Yeah. Like, he thinks his Puerto Ricanness can, like, cover him way past what it can. That's where that, like...
I agree.
And I want to say for a second, I've never been edgy. Like, you know, somebody tell you you're an edgy fuck. Like, I've never said that about my note, nor have I ever thought I was or tried to be. I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. It is embarrassing to be an edgy guy.
Yeah, it's like an actual good insult that hurts my feelings when people say it to me. You know? And I am not ashamed to say that to Az in front of, with a Thanos sculpture in the background. Let's see. Here's a plug. See, this is why I'm getting jealous now. Today, Legion of Skanks holds considerable sway in comedy with a massive platform. It's lent everyone who's anyone in the New York comedy club scene while remaining true to its far right. To like any one of these dummies doesn't. Dave's the only guy I know who thinks about politics.
Yeah.
Of that whole group. Lewis was not ever a political guy. Jay doesn't know anything. Like, are you kidding me? Let's see. Keep going down. Keep going down. Keep going down.
Oh, I think it's pretty clear what happened is I think it's the left has inserted itself so hard, like into our lives as far as like, this is what you can say, this is what you can't say. So when you speak out against them, against the left, everyone just assumes you're right.
Well,
you're right wing.
Yeah,
and
right.
It's just not the case.
You're also assuming left also. Like, that's the thing.
True.
There's not, America doesn't have a left. I mean, 100% I believe that. America doesn't really have a left. I mean, like in Europe, they have that, like a left, but America is just all reactionary. So that's why they all do the same shit. That's why they all censor, and they're all the same kind of fucking people. What you're talking about is the lifestyle left, which I didn't come up with that phrase, but it's a good description of it. And that's what Seth tried to do, like be a hipster and do like improv, and he's lifestyle left. And the thing that makes them not communists, you're not supposed to literally hate the working man.
Yeah.
Like they despise that. Okay. In fact, they'd be met. This is all, how dare somebody talk to somebody one time? You spoke to them and you didn't fucking, when I've decided that they should be set aside. Like anybody that's my friend, even if they say a terrible thing, if I think they're wrong, I'll tell them it's wrong. And why would I throw a friend away? Because this little dipshit passed a judgment in a, who gives a shit fucking media.
He interviewed Jay.
What was his interview with Jay like?
I don't know. It was probably like a Q&A about his fucking upcoming special. But in his world, that means he worked with a Nazi.
It's so funny because Jay looks like the next lesbian to wear the Batwoman suit on the show. Jay couldn't look any more like a futurist.
His logic there is if you do an interview with these guys or do a podcast with these guys, you're one of them. Meanwhile, when he was working before he got into inequality and extremism or whatever the fuck he said, he was doing it within the last 5 years. So I'm not, whatever.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing, that he's turning in for the blacklist. He's turning in, he's being a good citizen. That's why he gets off. I forgot. So this is where they bring up cringe. So cringe comedy was a thing that, there's a very good club called The Stand in New York. And the guys that used to have a website that ended up owning the club is called Cringe Comedy. And they were just comedy fans. They went, okay. Now, I personally have never enjoyed the name Cringe Comedy. Okay. It actually makes me cringe. However,
it's gay. It's almost as gay as legalized comedy.
Can I just say, I'm incredibly happy at the amount of content that I've been able to contribute to this portion of the New York comic scene.
Thank you.
I thought I'd just be
guys
out left in the dust.
Yeah.
Off colonizing in my spare time.
Yeah.
Come back, pick it up where are we? We're in Brooklyn. BRB. Knit back off again. And then
Az, how do you think I felt when you guys were talking about fucking comic books?
Look, the great thing about that is you can just yell obscenities at us. When you talk about comic books, you just start
gay.
You just look, gay, fat,
bi,
old.
What are you like what type of specific like nerd shit? Like, were you like a comic book guy, or were you into like all kinds of shit?
I was into all kinds of shit. I was one of those multi geekules.
Yeah, right.
If something geeky came along, I'd be into it.
All the people that were nerds got run out. They got colonized by like lifestyle lefts.
Yeah. They have been colonized.
They came in and colonized, dude, and that's what they do at your fandom. And it's like it's really something. Like,
also, I should say this. Also, I really try to avoid talking about this stuff.
What you really, Philly's that violent
geeky
that Shane
stuff.
will get.
No, the fucking Seth Simons stuff. It only it's just, I don't know. It's like, I think everybody gets it that this shit sucks. I think.
No, Jeselnik tweeted. Listen.
Well, yeah, that's where we should get, because I don't give a fuck
fucking
about
Anthony
these
Jeselnik
dorks.
tweeted it, dude. And
I don't care about these dorks, but those fucking pussy ass comics, they suck. Fuck that.
Okay, so here's what I don't know. Do you know Anthony Jeselnik as the comic?
No.
I know his. Oh, sorry.
You never heard of him?
No.
He used to have a show called The Jeselnik Offensive.
It sounds like masturbatory.
It is, but he was a guy who's an offensive comic. Like,
okay.
So
1.2 million. It's my
so
fault.
he tweeted this, like, and I don't know why. Now my guess is maybe Lewis at some point tweeted at him and pissed, that's what my guess is some social media.
He trashed me as well when I got fired. He trashed me pretty hard.
Yeah, that's really like that. I don't get this, and I don't get like Jim Jeffries. He fucking like had the big woke turnaround for his fucking. How he pulled that off is unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean they're just going for it. They might, but it's crazy to. It's whatever. I mean, fuck it. Who cares?
What's this guy do? Is he meant to be a comic?
Yeah, he's an edgy comic. He does like one-liners.
I mean, he's a bigger name than I am.
For sure. He's bigger than both of us. But I think that time's at an end. I don't know too many people who give a fuck about what he's doing.
Always got along with him. Like, I'm not like I said, anybody's tweets, I withhold a lot of, unless it's like really virulent, like I withhold, because people tweet all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And like Patton Oswalt, I like that guy a lot, and he's a Twitter addict though, and people fucking hate his guts. And it's like, look, he's just tweeting, like it's the same thing.
I will say this, like when Anthony Jeselnik talked shit on me when I was getting fired, I kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt as far as like being like, he doesn't know who the fuck I am. He's never heard of me. His argument is that I'm not funny, which if all you'd ever seen of me was that clip, it's not the craziest remark to make. Like I wasn't like,
listen,
I wasn't
Anthony's show
furious
got
with him.
canceled because he celebrated people getting eaten by fucking sharks the day after it happened. Like, that's a little bit more of a line cross than any fucking out of context horse shit from a fucking podcast. So he should know better. He should know better, okay? But once you get a certain, like, a bunch of people who made their money being like, I'm transgressive, okay? And he was always a great joke writer, a good comic. They have a thing of like, now you guys need to clean up your act. Like they want to close the door up. Like everybody who's going to make their money off something entertaining is. So that's why, for example, The Daily Show. How do you think Trevor Noah became the guy in The Daily Show? Jon Stewart picked him. Okay, because he never wanted anybody better than him to do his show. He wanted it to suck. That's what this. So now all this shit is so conglomerate. It's the very opposite of communism. It's giant corporations control everything from top down. So shit like the nerd shit, as always followed, as I started watching the show, that's their place to experiment with these kind of agendas and shit. They're like, well, nobody cares what nerds like. Let's inject this into their, because they're toxic and they need to be taught a lesson. And like, and it needs to be taken away from them and given to an next of people who didn't ask for, that fool's errand of like Star Wars is going to be for girls now. My sister came to the movie. She was not affected like I was by Star Wars. Okay. And my nieces are not affected. They don't give a shit about that. They're girls. I got her Star Wars girl figures like Rey and shit. She just makes them kiss the boy dolls. That's what she does with them because she's a little girl. That's what she likes. That's the majority of girls.
Truthfully, that's what everyone's doing with the Rey dolls.
But the girls that do like it, they
even
like
the
it because it's
asses.
for guys. Say what?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Wait.
I get the two Ray girl. I get the two because they came with two. I get the two Rays to kiss themselves.
Bit of fucking double trouble, isn't it?
Yeah, you just spin it around.
That's a great.
Wow,
that's a fantastic accent.
Racist.
A bit. He's racist, isn't it?
That was essentially a pathetic London accent, and I'm from Yorkshire.
I'm from Yorkshire.
That was just like me going, I'm an American man.
Well, that's the point of it. I'm not trying to do it well. It's funnier if you don't do it well. If you're from fucking England and that, blah, blah, blah. It's funny.
If you put your heart into it, it could have been something special.
I'm not going to put my heart into it.
Come
on.
Kind of
listen,
better.
No. If you did learn the accent, you
sounded like a gay Harry Potter in that one.
Yeah, you don't.
Expelliarmus.
Motherfucker. You know what you look like, Shane? You look like a guard in like Braveheart who gets like
gets a spear through him while he's just standing there,
Yeah.
not looking.
Yeah. You're like,
That's-
oh, what is this? Oh,
Dude, literally my favorite scene in almost any movie is the first scene in Braveheart when they attack that fort.
Yeah.
The dad, remember the dad that hangs out with the group, the old guy
right.
who's a wild man? I think it's right after he gets like his hand chopped off or something. Anyway, he just launches a fucking spear, and there's literally a guard that's like just standing at the top of this tower, not looking, just connects right in his gut.
Yeah,
it's great.
It was like out of Monty Python when the fucking...
It really was. He's like, whoa, like falls.
It's not like you're getting attacked by group.
There's a horde of
mad Scotsmen or anything like that. No, just chilling up here. I'll be all right.
Like, fuck is going on over there?
By the way, isn't Braveheart like not one part of that was historically like the
it was
Scots
all over the
didn't
place
dress like that?
historically. Yeah, it was
actually
like
racist
people
against
alike at the
Scottish.
same time, and the woman he falls in love with in the film, she's like 12 in real life.
Gotta leave that out always, especially in historical movies.
So you don't have to let history get in the way of a good historical film.
Well, you have to tell me. I was a minister. I mean, Jesus' mom was 13. all these stories are like, you're like, look, it was a long time ago.
But it was a virgin birth, so nobody touched her.
I mean,
I like
that seems
that.
even more horrible.
Boosh.
That seems even more horrible. Like a virgin birth of a. I mean, it's insane. But I guess, look, I don't know how long people lived back then. Probably not.
Probably about 25.
It was probably middle aged by the time you were 13 there. Like, you're an old maid.
She was going through menopause at 13.
Next year's
Crucifixion was like a leading cause of death back then. They would like line highways with people.
That was the COVID. That was the COVID of its time.
Everyone was getting crucified, dude.
Also to death, stoning, crucifixion.
That was it.
They're your top two.
Fire. So fire was top 5.
Fire. I mean,
gout.
Fire was like special occasions.
Yeah, a tent would catch, and the whole group.
Nero, the guy he didn't fiddle when Rome burned, but
I heard that.
He would once past nailing people across. He would light them on fire to light up. He had everybody come over for a party, and just like Road Warrior, the second one. They just lit people on fire and like.
Always one thing about the crucifixion, which is kind of like made me scratch my head a little bit.
Say that
again? Just like one thing about the crucifixion.
Yeah,
it's always kind of made me sort of go, I'm not sure that actually happened. Is when Jesus is just like, can I have some water? I'm down on the cross here. Probably ain't wrong. Could do with a drink. And it's probably inappropriate for alcohol.
Right.
Because I'll start singing and it's not going to be good. So just some refreshing water. And they whack up a sponge of vinegar. Like, who brings vinegar to a crucifixion?
I mean, that's an extra. Talk about like having a bad day and then like, I'll bring you the opposite of what you asked for. Like
just up there like,
how'd you like something that's almost painfully not refreshing at this moment?
Okay.
A sponge of vinegar.
What if I've had a thought.
Was there a reason for a sponge of vinegar?
Yeah, it was probably for like water. Yeah.
I'll give him some wine. Because I know he's just like water, but if I give him a bit of wine, he'll take the edge off. It'll numb the pain a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's left the wine out for fucking days on end, and it's just turned to like vinegar shit. It's turned to piss.
So you're saying it was wine that had spoiled? I've read the Bible many times, not by choice, but I have, and I don't remember that part. But I trust your scholarship. I don't want you to think I'm doubting. I do defer to your scholarship on this.
Stuck some vinegar up on him.
I think that's the British. I think that's the Anglican, dude. I don't remember. I went to Catholic school. I don't remember that bullshit vinegar.
You could have had fish and chip. Now, if you had fish and you said, I don't want a water. Do you have any fish and chips? Yeah, right. And he put up some fish and chips and then brings up the vinegar.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, I got it. I'm with it now. I get it.
Fish and chips rules, dude.
I didn't see fish nor chip when I was out there. It was all kebabs when I was out there.
Well, he created the loaves and the fishes and all that. So why can't he just whip up some spuds as well?
Yeah.
You took all our fucking spuds, dude.
It's not a loaf and a
we
fish.
weren't colonizing by them. We were getting fucking raped by Norwegians.
You had fucked us.
Yeah.
We were just taking it up the dirt box by Norwegians on a daily basis.
That's metaphorically a good way to put it. Yeah.
Literally, because the hygiene was shit. There was like a travel lodge, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah. It's a
holiday
there's
inn.
been worse times to be alive.
Lucky.
Sure.
Other than that, you're just like, I need a wash. Fine, I'll go outside, rub myself in mud.
Oh, now you reminded you just reminded me of what I wanted to ask you before when you brought up Gary from Neurotic, his wife's salon. You know, they had to leave San Francisco because they couldn't open their business.
And it went very quiet because then you started saying that hairdressers were sluts.
No, that was Shane. Yes, Shane.
Like,
there's going to be a lot of There's going to be a lot of edits to this, Shane.
Really? Hairdressers are sluts. Who cares? You're allowed to say that.
Oh my God! Did I just not get done reading a Seth Simon expose on you? I really want to get in his next article. I'm really like angling, and I admit to it.
Wait, his next article? What it's going to be?
I feel like I was left out of his list.
Oh. Yeah, you should be in there.
I was last time, but because I had Mike Cernovich on the show, and he's on the forbidden list to this guy. But I'm already on a fucking list, so like what?
Yeah.
Who am I going to hang out with? Except other people on lists.
Those are the best people.
Yeah, it's a bit of a no-win situation, really, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
that's the point. That's what they want. They literally want a no-win situation.
But then you've got a group of you who are all on the shit list. So you're like, what should we do? Start a club. Let's start our own little club.
Right. Start dressing the same.
It goes back to the start. It's just like these fucking wankers started.
Well, they have to crack down on that because that led to the violence, the Animal House style party at the Capitol.
Transgressions.
So, but in other countries, like as I understand in Europe, while there's lockdowns, aren't they like giving you guys like money so you're not?
No,
they don't. England doesn't give like some kind of fucking something.
No,
Germany does. Germany
we've been asked to grass on our neighbors if they have too many people in their house.
Yeah.
But what I'm asking is, when they shut the business down, are they giving like, money to people so they're not like, because there's like fucking food lines and this is crazy what's going on. People, all those people in the Capitol, by the way, that rioted, 60% of them were
Antifa.
No, they were fucking people with like tax lien, people who are fucked, who don't have insurance, and like they're like poor people. And America ain't gonna do shit. That's why I say we don't have a fucking left here. The Democrats, what they want, what this guy Seth Simon, the lifestyle thing wants, is to keep your garbage. So now we don't have to worry about paying for healthcare for everyone because most of the people are just deplorable anyway. That's what the goal is. It's to feel like you're left without having to do, because these are rich people that are into this shit and they don't want to pay. All these tech billionaires that are like liberal, they don't want to pay for people's fucking.
Well, poor people are useless. You got to be in debt. You got to be in masses of debt for them to give a shit.
Yeah, right.
Being just poor now, fucking waste of time. That.
Yeah, don't. Be
well, have you met poor people?
Yeah, one all my life.
Not for me.
Shane, what part of Philly did you grow up in?
Transgressive.
Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. I grew up in the middle of the state.
Oh, so you go? It might be the equivalent of where Az is from in the UK. It might be like roughly the equivalent kind of.
I don't think they have Mechanicsburgs in the UK. They have.
Why do you say that?
Because it's in like Appalachia. It's in like the Appalachian Mountains.
To me, these are just like words.
It's like Welsh people, basically. It's the same.
Yorkshire. That's
what I'll tell you.
Yorkshire.
I played Nottingham. What the
Yorkshire
fuck is wrong
style sauce.
What's wrong with people in Nottingham? Yeah,
you're enunciating every word and you don't do that.
It's Nottingham.
I say Nottingham.
It's Nottingham.
It's Yorkshire. It's not
Yorkshire, Nottingham.
It's not Worcestershire. It's Worcester.
It's Worcestershire, Yorkshire. Ah.
Oh my God.
What are we doing here?
Why do you think Norwegians fucked off? They're just like, oh, shut up.
I like England. I was just there. I was in England.
We've come to conquer you. Where's your position of power? And we go, well, first of all, you need to go down through Northumberland. And then from Northumberland, you need to come across to Cumbria. Once you've gone through Cumbria, You need to go through
You've got to get to
Tumwell
Cheshire, sir.
to the Hull area. Once you've gone through the Hull area, you got North Yorkshire, and then you got East Yorkshire, and then you got
Will
West
there be a
Yorkshire.
roundabout on the way there?
Only roundabouts, dude.
Oh, well, it's the UK. It's lots of queuing.
You will drive
Queuing
3
everywhere.
miles in a circle to go to that next spot. And that's just how it's
It's
set
crazy.
Yeah. But it's a good spot.
I don't remember what else I wanted to ask you, Shane. There was something like I was.
Is Anthony Jeselnik a hoe ass? Yeah.
You said the thing about Gary in the hairdresser business.
Oh, yeah, sluts.
That's why I asked. Are they paying better? Because what it is here in America, they shut the whole economy down for a fucking year. And they won't even send out fucking the $2,000 checks that they call a stimulus.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
So they're like, why are these people why do these people not want to obey the lockdowns? Because they have to live. Like people have to risk getting fucking sick to do their shit here. Like they just have to. I did a show.
But we're not. I mean, everything's locked down here though. There's barely a thing open.
How's it going though? Do you guys have COVID still?
No, we don't know because we're all fucking locked in. It was great because there was a couple of days ago. There was an article on the BBC or Sky News, one of the two, and it was just like Britain is just about to experience an unbelievable surge as COVID is at its worst. And then the day after, it was like COVID cases are down.
Yeah, right.
It's just like we don't know what the fuck is going on here. Some people are getting vaccinations. My mum, 77, she's just got her first vaccination.
That's great. Unless she dies from it.
I kind of don't.
I hope she doesn't.
I am biased.
What's that?
You're biased for or against?
I don't want her to die.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes more sense.
No, that would suck.
I thought Shane said, I hope she dies from it.
No, I said I hope she does not.
Oh, no, same. Ditto.
That would be.
I don't want that.
That would be a hilariously insane thing to wish in a casual, like, well, I hope she dies from it.
Well, I thought, these New Yorkies with their banter, this is the way that they.
That's how we talk. Yeah.
I hope she passes away.
I heard Americans are rude. They wish mum's dead.
What'd you fucking say?
You're in Brooklyn or Norwegian.
Where are you? I'm in LA. Where are you, Shane?
I'm in Queens, baby.
Queens.
Brooklyn,
whatever.
Spider-Man.
I've crossed the Queens Bridge and I had to pay me fucking tolls over here and all.
Look, it sounds right coming out of your mouth. Like the way
I understand.
The way your jaw is shaped, it's not a great rendition of the accent, but the way your head is shaped, it sounds right.
Yeah, I'm from that part of the world.
A medieval
Braveheart
with a spear in you.
Who the fuck is this Braveheart fella?
Oh, he's Braveheart.
Who is
William
he?
Wallace. William Wallace is a fucking shit name there. William Wallace, isn't it?
What's all this fucking freedom bollocks I've been hearing about down here?
Hey, we're going to fight a battle in King's Land. Why were you not in Game of Thrones with that fucking
Could have been Hodor, 100%.
low-level pikeman in the... You could have been Hodor.
I could have easily been a Hodor.
Soldier that got burned by crazy bitch number 2.
I know.
That'd been great.
And why did he have to kill her, Jon? Why did Jon Snow have to kill her? Because she was gaining weight? I didn't like that end. I thought it was...
True. She got a little chubby. He had to cut her.
He's like, you know what you have to do. She's going to put on even more pounds. And Jon Stewart... Not Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart.
Okay, are you guys familiar with Game of Thrones?
The Daily Snow.
Yeah, the Daily Snow.
Jon Stewart.
And Jon Stewart had to kill...
Jon Stewart had to kill Daenerys.
Yeah, circus. It was a very tense scene.
Az, I like you a lot. I hope my xenophobia is not coming off as dislike. I think you're great.
Yeah.
You remind me of a bit of a pedophile.
Well, because I'm British, we
pedophile.
say everything's charming. I think it's charming.
Pedo. It's pronounced pedophile, you stupid.
Pedophile.
Pedophile.
Say it
It's
right.
pedophile, dude. It's ped.
Pedo.
Feet. Ped.
Pedo.
They love children's feet.
Is that?
Yeah. Ped. On foot. They chase the children on feet.
You're just into kids. No, a pedophile is into kids' feet. A pedophile is into the whole job lot.
Ped.
Oh, did you watch the fucking?
This is going on.
Speaking of pedophiles, did you watch the Britney Spears Hulu thing, Shane?
Oh
No, I heard about it. I heard it's incredible.
Because she has a conservatory. Yeah, it's all about like her. By the way, it is crazy. You just see her. She can't move anywhere, and there's just 20 cameras in her fucking face, and she just runs in somewhere and shaves her head. Like,
oh man,
dude, it's so over the top. They really, and she got, I don't know why they awarded a conservatorship to her dad, but she's like the girl who kicked the hornet. You know, the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Yeah,
she's a conservator. That's what.
Isn't she like stuck?
As an adult.
Yeah.
And the courts won't let it go, but no, like it's sealed. Why? So whatever she did makes them think that she has to have like.
It's crazy. All it was is exactly like Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones. What we were talking about. It's like if she didn't just gain weight, she'd have her like. That's what happened. She got like uglier because she got older. So everyone's like, she's out of her fucking mind.
That's the thing. After the conservatorship, she made like a big comeback and made $58 million and was like back in shape and looked good and like was in Vegas, and so. It's kind of arguing against it, but it's like it looks like her life totally turned around with this, with this conservatorship. It looks like it's totally making things go really well for her. But there's a bunch of fans that they have a QAnon conspiracy about her, like that every Instagram is a code asking for their help, and so
I believe
this is in COVID times. People are protesting Britney Spears' conservatorship with fucking masks on outside.
I love Britney Spears.
Yeah, no, we all do. And they should have left her alone.
Wasn't she like 16 when these videos came out? Her first video?
I think her first one, she was 15 when the Hit Me Baby.
What?
Okay. And did you know, supposedly.
No, 15 in this?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Hit Me Baby one more time. She's 15, I think.
Ah, bit of a pedophile, aren't I?
You like a pedo. Do you remember?
I don't know. Do you like the
Justin
feet or the
Timberlake
whole fucking lot? I mean, come on.
True. Now you're getting it, Az. Now you're getting it. What was the first one? Baby, hit me.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Fire, whoever's running the fucking screen monitoring, fire her up in that. Just some images for the boys.
Oh, Jesus wept.
Holy shit.
Dude. And she's 15 in this? Come on now.
I cannot believe they did not have you as Weekend Update as the.
That's what I was going to do, yeah.
Come on now. That's some pure Philly.
What year did it come out in, by the way?
2007. But see, at the time, it was a whole thing of, are you a virgin? Basically, it created a whole mystique of like, well, you dress like a huge whore.
Yeah.
Like a whore, but you're a virgin. And that was the selling.
She couldn't have been 15, dude, because I think she's hot.
Well, she wasn't she dating Justin Trouser Snake at the time?
Justin Trouser Snake, that's right. That's exactly right.
And they were part of the Disney Club, and they had like promissory rings on, but she was like doing dirty
They
stuff.
promised to only do the butt until marriage.
No, she was like 19. I knew she was hot.
15.
I knew she was hot.
Okay, but do you remember that supposedly she cheated on him? You know who she cheated with, as the story goes? Jimmy Safechuck, the guy from the Michael Jackson Leaving Neverland thing that...
Oh, yeah. He fucked her and Michael Jackson.
I mean, that guy's a legend.
Yeah.
In different holes.
Jimmy Safechuck, fucking...
That guy rules.
Accomplished that much in their life. I will never... Yeah. Well, I'll tell you who. Richard Pryor Jr., the son of Richard Pryor. Mm-hmm. Keyboard Jeff from the Comedy Store, who passed away recently, God rest his soul, told me this. He once fucked Sam Kinison up the ass in the... I think in the back by the main room, like the green room, like they were just doing coke.
Sorry, I think I misheard that because I swear to God you said Santa.
Sam Kinison, close.
Oh, I thought you said fuck Santa. Yes, and I was just like,
oh, it was like more of a magical story.
That was just like, was it around Christmas Eve? I'm just guessing, but was it around like Christmas Eve time?
It was around Christmas Eve.
Autumn.
You remember when it was? I think
there wasn't Christmas that year. That was the weird
Christmas
thing.
Eve. That's
nobody got presents that year.
Wait, Richard Pryor Jr.'s fucked Sam Kinison in his ass?
Yeah, they were doing coke together, and Sam Kinison.
I don't like that stuff.
Sam Kinison said, and I quote, "I got to know what it's like to get fucked in the ass by Richard Pryor's kid." I mean, he was an adult. It wasn't actually.
He could have said no.
Okay, the reason I bring it up is like that's. Richard Pryor, I didn't even know there was a Richard Pryor Jr. I knew he had a daughter.
I think Paul Mooney fucked him.
But Richard Pryor Jr. achieved, like, how can your father is Richard Pryor, okay? And I want to say congratulations. You have matched your father's legacy
Yeah.
Richard.
Because well, no, his father fucked Marlon Brando.
He did?
I think Richard Pryor fucked Marlon Brando.
Pitching or catching?
Who knows? I would imagine he was pitching.
I think he'd be a generous lover. He was a very sensitive comedian, you know, so I bet he would like, he was pretty
Why would they stop fucking to play baseball?
Wait, what?
Who's playing baseball?
The pitcher and the catcher.
Oh. It's just a slang for the receptive and
kind of read between the lines.
You know, I
don't know. You wouldn't get it. It's American. We're not talking cricket.
We're not
talking cricket.
We call it rounders in the UK.
Is it rounders? And
it's played by girls.
It is.
Who's the toddly wink and who's the rounder?
There is this. You gotta. Someone who chucks it underarm, chucks a little ball underarm. Then you got. I know the chucker.
Oh. No, chucker. Is it actually called the chucker?
Yes, I'm familiar with Quidditch. I read the series.
Yeah.
And then somebody twonks it. Twonks it like they do. You know, I've seen like, I don't know what they're called in America, Phoenix Cardinals, and they're just like fucking Blue Jays and shit. And they're just like, you know, throwing the ball at them quite quickly, you know, a bit nasty, slow it down a bit so I can hit it. And then they just fucking twonk it.
Yeah, it's not polite.
Yeah. And then
baseball's boring as shit, by the way. I cannot watch American baseball.
Yeah,
baseball's like the most, it's like horrendous because it's just like, right, we're going to get some fucking guy to stand on a mound so he's above you. He's going to throw a fucking ball that's rock hard as fast as he can.
Yeah, it hurts.
Sometimes at your head because he's a twat.
Yeah.
And you got to fucking smack that ball. You got to.
You're making it sound awesome, by the way.
Yeah, making it.
I've never enjoyed it until I heard you describe it just now.
I'm describing the good bit. We'll get to the bad bit.
Yeah. You can also fight at any time.
Throwing it down, so it's coming from a downward trajectory, so it's going to have gravity on its side as well.
Yeah, right.
As momentum. Mm-hmm. And you got to pick it. You got to see this. You got to pick it. You got to see the swerve. And then you got to twonk it. And then the fucking wankers make you run.
Yeah. Well, if you hit it far enough.
So after you do all the hard stuff, it's just, and you're just like, yes, hit the ball. That was like such a feat of human ingenuity. And then some guy next to you, you got to fucking run in a fucking circle.
I want you to know this is the exact speech I gave my dad when I quit Little League Baseball. It's it verbatim. I'm like, what the fuck? And I got to run? What the fuck are you making me do this?
That's why home run derbies were invented.
Babe Ruth was just like, he didn't sign up for that shit.
Yeah,
it was just like, hey, he's like, hi, what are you guys doing? I just noticed I heard like leather on wood. And I'm curious as to what's going on. And they say, well, we've devised this game called baseball, where somebody throws a ball, and you got this bat, this wooden bat. You got to smack it, and if you hit it over there, that's a home run. That's a touchdown. And he's just like, I can do this. Okay. You know, I'm a beefy guy. I got some timber on me.
Yeah.
Give it to him. Twonk. And I go, right, now you got to run around in the diamond and go, fuck off.
Yeah.
No, seriously, you got to run around in a diamond. It's like, fuck off. Is there any other way for me not to run around in a diamond? You go, yeah, well, you hit it over the wall. So Babe Ruth just went,
you still got to run it. You still got to run.
Well, the guy smoked 2 packs a day. What do you want him to?
That is fucking.
Dude, do you remember Julian McCullough's joke about how he should have his record enhanced because he was on performance de-enhancing drugs?
No, that's great.
Like coke and drunk and
yeah. Can you walk it if you hit a home run?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you can. I didn't mean to step on your shit there. You're right.
So that's what Babe Ruth did.
Listen, I don't want
hand as well.
I'm not into it, but I've been told it's got a lot of strategy to it. That's why people.
It does have a lot of strategy, but it also sucks. It does suck.
Wait, what sports are you into? I guess you're a jock. I thought you were like a nerd, but you're a real Philly.
You think I'm a fucking nerd, dude?
You're fucking dunderhead.
No, I love football.
Dumbledore.
Oh, football. Yeah, there you go.
Football and basketball and hockey.
Are you an Eagles guy?
I do like the Eagles.
Like how Jay does?
Yeah, I watch every game for sure.
Hey, does rugby and soccer and by the way, the term soccer was not invented by America. It's invented in the UK.
Mm. I like that.
It's actually of Chinese origin, believe it or not.
Do you know that stand-up comedy is a Chinese origin? Did you know that? I swear to God. Yeah, when I was there, they have some ancient traditional form of entertainment, and that means crosstalk, the direct translation, and it's like two guys. It's kind of like Who's on First shit, and that came in through vaudeville.
Nice.
And that's how and then it turned into stand-up. Yeah. So I mean, by the way, we should all get used to China and maybe thank China once in a while instead of bad-mouthing them.
I support them.
Well, they will be our overlords very soon. So
I think they're going to be a lot more fair because let me tell you something. In China, when you get in trouble, you know why. They tell you.
It's technically Friday here in the UK now.
Oh.
So I just want to say, China, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
That was colonial as fuck, dude. You just colonized their New Year with your... Wow.
Look, we've got plans for Hong Kong again.
You're going to get me linked to Gavin McGinnis with this stuff.
You see, they said, look, British passports no longer welcome in Hong Kong. We're over here going.
Is that true?
That's what you fucking think. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are like, yo, you guys want some fucking heroin? Because it's coming back, boys.
Back in the day. I think you meant now.
No. Now, if you got a British passport, like British Hong Kong passport, no. Nope. No more. No.
But I could be wrong. Weren't the Hong Kongese saying...
Yes, that is what they're called.
The Hong Kongers? The Congers?
It's like mayonnaise, but with Hong Kong people.
The Donkey Kongers. Weren't they saying...
Hong Kong is the term.
Weren't they saying we don't want England? In like the 90s, they were like, fuck England. And then now all of a sudden it's like, yo, England.
Well, again, like as we spoke earlier, there was fucking complaining. You know, there was like, you know, you're trying to do your best. You know, you're trying to steal all the fucking shit, all the China, you know, that kind of shit.
And
then they're going, hey, can you stop it? And you're just like, can you stop fucking interrupting me while I'm working? I'm trying to steal my fucking shit here.
Yeah, right.
And they're just like, well, you know, I think it would be best for both parties if you left. And we were just like, right, if that is your attitude, so be it. We don't need this shit. We're just trying to get on with some good old fashioned fucking theft.
We got all the stuff.
Yeah,
proper villains,
and also we finished
Cheadle
nicking
said.
everything.
Yeah,
so
we got all the stuff. We gave you guys
1997 sound good for you. And they went, yeah, we'll do 1997.
Okay. As you have the most, that was the most dignified, I would say House of Lords talk, not the other one where they yell at each other. The dignified older one. That's the impression I got from the statesman.
Yeah,
the Lords.
That, and I appreciate it, and I think we all appreciated it.
Do you come from noble blood? You strike me as a nobleman, or were you more of a peasant?
No, I reckon my ancestors probably got raped by Norwegians like everyone else.
Well, what is more noble than that, sir?
I mean,
the French, a French.
That's just the men, you know. Never mind the women. That's just the men.
Yeah, well, that's you know.
We got my ancestors are Irish. We got the trickle down effect. We got you guys came over and then got us after the Norwegians got you.
No, well, we got more.
We came over here and got the natives.
Fucking potatoes as well.
Well, you guys have a real daisy chain.
What a nasty thing to say.
It's true. We came over. We're like, fuck you lot. We're taking all your potatoes, and then you went, fuck. We got a potato blight, and we were like, oh shit. Got a potato famine going on. We can't feed ourselves. We got to make fish and chips, mate. We got to make fucking fish and chips.
Goddamn. I don't know what the good Irish slur is, but
by the way, would you like
up the raw
overlord? Would you
up
like
the raw?
Wait, what?
Well, they were like out potatoes. They were hungry. You know, they only had salt and vinegar crisps, and it was getting on the nerves. And we're like, hey, by the way, we're into colonizing. You're at your lowest ebb.
Yes.
Fancy some overlord.
Az, is it bad to say up the raw over there?
Up the raw.
Raw, the IRA?
Well, they do blow up babies, so it's probably not the nicest.
Yeah, but you guys blow up a lot more babies.
First of all,
we
shit about the 80s?
Before they did. So technically we're better.
And lately we've been blowing up the most babies. We kind of took over on that.
Can I update you? Can I hip you to something? Okay.
Up the raw is sick, dude. Shut up.
With this IRA bullshit, there's a little thing called ISIS, and I think you maybe should give it a chance. I think you should look into it, and you might just be surprised.
Well, I did look into ISIS because it was one of the names I was contemplating calling my daughter. And I was just, we're down to Emily and ISIS.
Wow.
And then somebody said, "Ooh, Emily, not the greatest name." So we called her ISIS, and then unbelievably, the next day, fucking Twin Towers got blown up.
Well, I was gonna say there was no ISIS, but I guess there was just your daughter ISIS at that.
Your daughter.
Oh, well, it's okay. The problem was resolved because when they found out her name was ISIS, they stoned her to death.
Well, how about your son ISIL? Is he okay? Is your son ISIL okay? Remember they're called ISIL.
Incel. The son's called Incel,
Incel.
which was really problematic.
Right.
Because we're thinking, a word that probably a lot of people haven't heard. What's the chances that it's going to come into the public vernacular? Little to none.
Incel.
So we call him Incel, and then boof, Reddit, all over the place.
Incel.
Haha, you're an Incel, and it's just like, oh, fuck's sake.
Holy shit. Oh, we gotta wrap up, dude. Hey, what do you guys got to plug? Oh, well, Heel vs. Babyface, a channel that I quite enjoy. If you're someone like me on YouTube that you don't actually want to watch shows anymore, but you'd rather watch somebody that did the pain of watching the show.
When's this?
Tell you about it. That's why.
I'm sorry.
That's what I enjoy about Heels vs. Babyface.
I'm excited to check it out. You're very funny. I'm excited to see what you do.
Oh, thank you, Shane. That's very cute. I'm gonna still fucking nick your Jesus pictures though.
My Caravaggios?
Yeah, you can call them what you want. You can call them whatever Italian shit you pretend that they are. I'm taking your Jesus pic.
Yeah.
He said Nick your G. I thought you were talking about a guy named Nicky Jesus, and I didn't. And I like, oh,
I'm gonna Nicky Jesus you.
Hey, you'll
what's
be
that?
doing bird.
Is that like a trendy crucifixion? Nicky Jesus.
Nicky Jesus Nicky sounds like
sounds like every Puerto Rican.
No, it sounds like a band or something.
No, that would be Nicky Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know anything about languages? What do you got to plug, Shane?
When does this come out?
I'm not sure. I got two.
Well, if it's anytime before the 19th and 20th in February, I'll be in Vegas. I'll be in DC. I'll be at the DC Draft House. And then March 5th and 6th, I'll be at Bananas Comedy Club in New Jersey. So that's the next
And that'll
two.
be to lead some kind of insurrection, I'm assuming.
I'm going to, if people laugh hard enough at my jokes.
Alt-right comedy.
Hopefully they decide to.
Or erection.
What?
Insurrection or erection.
More like an incel erection, right, guys?
Yeah.
Ooh, would that be?
These guys.
Right.
Okay,
that's
listen.
we
gotta stop. We gotta stamp out the most privileged motherfuckers there are. Guys who can't get laid.
Yeah.
The ones who've been having it too good for too long.
Those terrorists.
Guys bereft of any human contact.
They will never touch it.
Sitting there like a sultan. Living it up.
Yes.
With a body pillow.
Yes.
And waifus.
You had it too good for too long. No more cartoon titties.
It's
From
time.
now on, it's just going to be Queen Latifah, fully clothed, doing karate.
That's time for the workers to rise up and seize the
and Shane,
body
I can't
pillows.
even begin to count the ways that you fucked up on the show's called Can't Get Right, because I do apologize for I forgot to apologize this one, but I'll have to next week. The premise of the show is I apologize for the last show. Okay. So you can't be mad at me. I'm very upfront what the show is. And, if that's wrong, I'll apologize. Very simple.
Can you apologize for making me say chinky?
For making you say, oh yeah, I really,
you did that on your own. I asked.
Look, Seth, if you're lucky that
you.
Seth Simons, can I tell you something? The fact that Seth Simons wrote it in that article, the word, you're lucky because Seth Simons established you can say it to tell on people. So the fact that you were reporting on your neighbors for what they say, that you get by this time. N-word, you cannot. Seth Simons, if you go by the Seth Simons says system that I go by.
Seth Simons says.
The Seth Simons says. He, by the way, also had a huge thing go around him that he's a quote-unquote sex pest.
He is a sexual assaulter, alleged sexual assaulter.
Some women, and I do believe women, came out on Twitter about him. I don't know what a sex pest does, but
it's just if you're
like a termite, like
It's if you're 5'3" and trying to have sex, people get very annoyed by you. So,
well, if
I
that
think
poem that he did,
that's his biggest crime.
If he does spoken bird comedy at him with his weird, too close together eyes, I mean, I can't blame any of those.
So hard
men.
not to laugh during that. That was so funny.
Did you like the try not to laugh challenge that I issued you?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It was
Seth Simons try not to laugh challenge.
That's pretty funny. I saw a video of his today that was very good. Somebody sent it to me, and I thought, wow.
Wait, he has other videos?
There's multiple videos. You can find them because when he was young, he was very young. He was trying to do comedy. He was trying to do like sketch comedy, and they're all extremely bad. But you know, everybody's shit sucked when they were in college and they're making videos.
Yeah, especially when they were into improv.
But then when you grow up and start criticizing other people's stuff,
well, once it doesn't work out, I read his stuff. He has a whole article comparing him and Colin Jost. I don't know if you know, he has it in for Colin fucking Jost.
I know he does. Yeah.
And Mike Shea. I don't know if you got the memo. Like Mike Shea's black dude. I love Mike Shea because Mike Shea tells this guy to go fuck himself all the time.
Yeah.
God bless Mike Shea. So he fucking has it in. So he has a whole essay about how Colin Jost basically sold out. I don't remember Colin Jost being a revolutionary anything like, and he goes, and then he compared it with his story of New York of how he didn't go anywhere and then moved back. And basically the moral story is like he had his integrity, unlike that sellout Colin Jost.
Jesus Christ.
He wrote this down for you to read about himself. That's how fucking insane.
Yeah, he's just a little insane dork. And
well, maybe next time link me up with my friends when you do your goddamn smear piece. I'm offended. So that.
I would have been offended if I were you and I was left out of that. That would have annoyed me.
If you need me for a sting operation, I can get a wig.
You could be the Equalizer as.
Put on some lippy, some.
And I head to Boise, Idaho, and I don't think your accent will stand out there one bit.
Well, yeah, give them the eye. Come on, sailor. I'm over here from the UK. Show me a good time. And
Never heard of it.
Find out exactly how much of a sex pest he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Gotcha, Mr. Bang to Rights.
We get you
trying to finger me for a fucking Tia Maria.
Yeah.
Fucking no.
Tia Maria.
Oh, no. Well, I've got to, if I'm gonna do the whole lady thing, I've got to probably get liqueur at the
liqueur.
If I go straight for beer and then pop the cap and it froths up, and I've
liqueur, I hardly know her.
This is going to be a little bit problematic anyway, so I don't want to get a fucking beer in the beard and then.
Transgressive is the word Seth uses, and
well,
I'm down for this. Look,
my beard is trans-progressive.
Will you be? I don't know who makes those awesome videos for Friday Night Tights of you guys.
Shout out to Perry Chan.
Yeah, fucking great. But they should make one of you as the Equalizer.
He's got something very special planned for tomorrow, which we've had a little bit of a sneak preview about what it's going to be.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see it. What is there? Where? How do you see it?
It's
all right. Well, go on Friday Night Tight. What time are you guys doing it?
We'll be live tomorrow night at 2:30 Pacific time, which is 10:30 my time. We've got Kerry back on from Safe Space, and
I had her on my show.
Yeah, she's great. Kerry's great. And then a week after, we're gonna have Lauren Chen on.
No shit. What a bizarre.
Lauren Chen, she can talk geek. She can talk nerd shite.
I don't mean it's bizarre to have her on, but like it's amazing, like the weird connections from like this is what I like back because I really don't watch a lot of TV. I mostly watch, I was radicalized on YouTube by James DeFranco. Like
I was radicalized by ISIS.
And I remember you did tell me that, and it's a very courageous story. Oh, you should be like one of these guys that like says he's ex-ISIS and talk about how you get people out of trying to go to ISIS.
Well, people just think I'm fat, but not. I've just had this fucking suicide vest strapped to me for like fucking 8 months now because of the lockdown. It's
a suicide vest called 30 pounds, right? It's a health concern.
Yeah, but you can't take it off.
It actually is a suicide vest. jokes aside, you do have a suicide vest on.
Belly fat is what kills men.
Yeah, for sure. I got it too.
Yeah, the classic. I'm a real COVID slob right now, where it's like, as soon as you have a gut, that's when you are in danger of dying.
I'm wearing a suicide vest, and that suicide vest is called diabetes.
Being fat.
I think
being fucking fat, then, isn't it?
The Seth Simons
suicide vest is called a fat bastard.
Okay,
guys, I have to go soon.
No, I have to wrap up. I'm just fucking. I don't know. Smoked a lot of pot. Like I said, just a hangout. It's not. No one said I'm a good interviewer. No one said. Somebody sent a complaint.
Terrible interviewer.
Yeah, like I mean, I've been up front. I've been up front the whole time. Like I literally just hang out with people that I haven't talked to in a little bit.
I think you're the best. Best in the biz.
Right, but not in terms of podcasting, and I don't claim to be.
No,
I'm not.
But that's all right.
Yeah, like it's really just like a sad outlet for a
I'm just
closeted gay man, as Norm Macdonald said.
It's like, well, now hold on. You're saying you're gay? He's like, no. Well, being closeted, he's deeply closeted.
Norm Macdonald goes,
he's like, I would never.
He just throws that out as a deeply closeted gay man.
Yeah. They're like, wait a second, are you gay? He's like, no. And they're like, well, you just said you were deeply closeted. He's like, I'm not gay.
I might be closeted, but I'm not gay.
I'm very closeted.
Hey, so wait, Shane, what were you promoting? I forgot.
I just have some shows. It doesn't matter. Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, and that's it.
You're performing in COVID? Well,
I've been performing throughout COVID, baby. I haven't stopped.
Wow. I mean,
except when I got COVID there for a minute.
The amount of getting in troubles that we're going to have on Can't Get Right. Did you have speak derisively about vaccine?
I have derisively spoken out against the vaccine.
Fuck vaccine. The concept of vaccine.
Yeah, I don't like the concept of vaccination.
Yeah, well, I don't believe in the moon. So there you go. And you know what? I don't think birds are fake, and that's my right. That's a real thing. Birds are fake. That's a conspiracy.
I don't mind that conspiracy.
Because why would there be birds?
Although I have killed a couple birds.
There's literally no birds. They're like machines. I mean, this one doesn't. I saw one where a guy. I always think it's some being pranked, but I swear to God, the guy doesn't believe in penguins. There's no penguins, specifically penguins.
I've pet them. I know they exist.
Batman fights against them.
You got fooled, my friends.
Perhaps I did.
You got hornswoggled.
All right, guys.
Shane, guys, thank you so much. I've got a special coming out with Kyle, the Dunner, as a fan call him, Kyle Dunnigan. We're gonna do a Pussies. It's called Pussies Stand Up Against Comedy. It's like comic relief, and it's very exciting. We were getting our theme song nailed down yesterday. It's gonna be a big production. It's gonna be like a ticketed show, which I'm excited.
Oh man, you guys are so good.
Well, that's why I want to have you turn in your. It's basically we're doing like a gun to get comedy off the streets. We're giving comedians a chance to turn in their offensive jokes. Okay, even my old friend Anthony Jeselnik, who I know you had your differences with. Okay.
Well, he just did kind of just publicly share an article that all of us were Nazis. So I'm not a big fan of his.
You see why I'm not taking your side and I'm going on his side? Because I'm not in the article. I was left out. So do you understand the problem?
You're afraid to say Anthony. You're afraid to say Anthony Jeselnik's a hoe ass.
So is he an anti-Semite for excluding you now?
No, I'm not Jewish, and I have papers. So please don't. I can prove it. Please don't attack me with your alt-right gang of boogaloos.
I'm not all right. Boys. I'm just a calling.
Call off your boogaloo boys, Shane. That's what I brought you here.
I told him to fucking stand down, but we're getting riled up, dude.
Okay, tell your QAnons and your boogaloos. Somebody told me last night that they all sound like a gay, like service, like to send the proud. I'd like a Proud Boy or a boogaloo
boy
for a night at QAnon. Queer Anonymous. It's quite a prank.
It is a funny prank.
Rise
Do you
of
guys
the
know,
Dead
did that
at
turn out
Night,
to be
Beef.
true? Does anybody know? All right, I'm joking. Yeah. Also, people have been asking me to like give their friends advice on cameos. It's not my idea, but it's hilarious. Like I will answer any. It's almost like if you talk to a psychic, except I'm not psychic. I'm just telling you my opinions about your business.
Yeah.
So, but it's not psychic, but you'll feel like there's a psychic aspect to it because it's really amazing what I do. Yeah. So I do that on Cameo, and Kyle Dunnigan's YouTube channels where we got all our stuff up, and his Instagram, and please be my Instagram friend because I didn't keep up with it. Now I lag behind. We need a universal
You got
basic,
Instagram?
We need a universal basic Instagram followers to every American. We figured that out in another episode. Like it's not income, you just get 10,000 Instagram followers automatically.
Oh, you got it. You got 17,000 followers, dude.
Well, I bring it up on the show, and that's why it goes up.
I don't.
I mean,
honestly, this Biden video was great.
Oh yeah, Kyle. Who else does Biden? There's no good Bidens.
No, that was a good one. That was
Like
a really
I want
good one.
Kyle's to be the fucking luxury Biden of the.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Look, my roommate made roast beef. I have to go.
Oh, very British.
Whoa. See,
All right.
you guys have more in common.
Let me go.
Don't like being threatened with a knife.
I
but
just
okay.
said we're wrapping it up, so go. We're not going to talk about you. Don't worry.
You guys are gonna talk shit. Up the fucking raw.
All kinds of
All
shit.
right,
behind
I'll
that.
see you boys.
All right, brother,
Kurt, you
take
rule.
care.
Az, it was very nice to meet you.
Yeah, real nice to meet you, Shane. Take care.
Az, thanks for coming on short notice, man. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for having us, dude. It was a lot of fun. So I hope I didn't disappoint. I'm just ruining your podcast.
No, nothing can disappoint anyone on this podcast more than me, the host and namesake of the podcast. So, like I said, I make no claims to be. I'm not competing with anybody other than in fucking Legion of Skanks hangs.
In endeavor and spirit.
Yeah, like I have a thing that I sit and write a lot. It's all that shit with Kyle. This is like my fucking hanging out, talk to friends thing. But
when is the special coming out?
We're not sure. We're in the middle of making it because we have a lot of stuff to pre-record and but I'm very excited to do it. Like it'll be my favorite show to do in a while. I feel like. What's the thing? Oh, I want to come on Friday Night Tights too.
Sure.
I got to message Gary. I fucking love that. All right, yeah, check out Friday Night Tights on YouTube, which is all the if you're into the nerd shit that I'm into, Shane's a bit of a jock, but if you're that shit, it's a fun time.
Oh, laughing that looked cruel, but I wasn't laughing at him. Well, I mean, I was laughing at him being a jock.
Oh yeah, no,
but it
Shane
wasn't. If you know what I mean.
He really is beautiful Philly trash. Like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia nails the Philadelphia experience 100%. Like that's just how Philly is. And if you don't know Philly,
I believe it.
You can even see how he is. Where
it.
like if somebody wants to take him bad as wrong, they're going to because he like that's how people are. It's like that's the kind of place it is. I don't know how to describe it. It's like there's nothing political about it. They're like they like football and the fucking like it's a crazy. I don't know. It's like America's getting a divorce. Kind of thing.
No.
Yeah, but like it's like you're not my parents. I don't give a shit about it. So that's why like whose side did you take in the fucking split? That's what all this shit is constantly. Is are you gonna pick? It's time like the war on terror that we had. The war on terror where we had like, oh, are you with us or against us?
We just picked a word.
We brought it home. We brought the shit
fight
home.
Against a word and ideology. We're gonna fight against an ideology which can't be defeated.
Yeah, like drugs, like all the fucking horse shit. So
like when we're waging war on Osama bin Laden, right? He plays hide and seek for a few years. You get him. It's like game over. We won. But you wage war on an ideology. You can't kill an ideology.
Hey, that's why Batman's still gonna have more movies made about him.
Exactly. Because he wages a war on crime.
If I'm more than a man, if I'm a symbol, this war can... You're right. It's the Batman.
Plenty of fucking work. Yeah, I get plenty of work. Go out every night, kick shit out of people.
Yeah, right. It's
turns him on a bit.
So they bring it. I think everybody got bored of the war we have, so it's coming home. So that's why all this shit you're gonna see, like that guy is that little weasel. I mean, he's a nothing. I you're welcome, dude, for talking about you if he ever hears this, because I normally don't do it, but I think he's special and I really enjoy. Anyway, it's fucking amazing how there's like the leeches like capitalizing on that. It became an industry. So now it's like the same way you guys have, that I love you have a channel, or any of you guys doing the exact opposite, because there has to be some kind of checks and balances to this horse shit. You know, there just has to be. I don't have to agree with
people. People don't want to watch this. Yeah. They want to, but they don't want somebody just to watch it. They want somebody to go through the pain that they would have gone through.
It's like you're eating spicy foods or something.
Yeah.
Like you're eating super hot wings and you're like, ooh.
You see, yeah, you're watching the person get all the horrible spicy hot sauce.
Right.
It's like 3 fucking
it's like a mukbang. It's a fucking mukbang of bad TV.
I would have tapped out at mayonnaise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
And so then you're just there. You're watching the guy with the fucking tears coming down his face, and they haven't given him a glass of milk. So it's just got like
if
water.
he had his milk, it wouldn't have went down like that.
Yeah, it's just like, where's the milk? And it's we ran out. It was fucking stale. And we've got Bucks Fizz and 7-Up. Just can't put fucking 7-Up fizz. It's just like fizzing it all up.
Wait. Is this in one video? I've seen it's just people like that weird, like mukbang in Korea where people don't have anybody to eat with, so they just want to watch someone eating on a fucking. You ever seen mukbang?
It's something which I've not masturbated to.
Yeah, no, I thank God I haven't gone to that 9th circle of porn where I have to watch someone. Thank God, and I thank Jesus Christ for keeping my predilections in a normal range.
And there's channels that like to watch like huge people eat.
Well, I want to do bang muck, and basically, you watch me shit out the meal. Like it's all my emotions.
I thought bang.
I just cry like the guy who Mikado avocado. I'm crying. And I hold up the bags. Like this was the new Hardee's breakfast something. Yeah, bang muck. Don't take that, but that's
no, because I thought bang muck was gonna be you bang a huge person as they're eating.
Oh no, that is bang something. That's like bang buffet probably.
Well, or you can eat.
We'll talk.
Yeah, bang buffet, or you can eat.
Yeah.
There's your tagline.
Yeah, that's great. This is an amazing tagline, dude. All right, man. Hopefully I'll see you on Friday Night Tights again. Thanks a lot, Az.
All right, take care.
Because I can't get right. Because I can't get right. Yeah. You're listening to Can't Get Right.